evening here in Southern California. How's everybody doing today, man? What's good? I got some viewers in the house. Exotics, what's cracking? Peyton Whitlow, did I say that right? What's going on, my man? Everybody who's tuned in, what's up, man? Welcome to another Trap Talk session with your boy MJ. Before we get started, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, give me a like, give me a dislike, give me a comment, give me some sort of feedback. Let me know what I'm working with here, man. I would really like to know. It really mean a lot to me. Most importantly, make sure you understand that the best, freshest rodents that you could possibly get in this business is Cold-Blooded Cafe, $30 flat rate shipping, premium, bomb-ass rodents. Go ahead and make sure you spoil your snakes with that. www.coldbloodedcafe.com. Big business over there, man. I hope everyone's doing okay with this Corona stuff. Why my glasses look crooked for? There we go. But I hope everyone's doing okay with this Corona stuff, man. Let's hang tight. You know what I mean? I just want to appreciate everybody who tunes in on these podcasts. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are people I interact with, and you guys are making this shit pass pretty easily. So shouts to all you guys, man. But tonight's going to be sick. I am looking forward to tonight, man. I had the privilege of meeting this guest of mine, homie of mine, earlier this month at the Reptarium. Fucking awesome dude, man. Energy's there, fucking just all around. Can't wait to talk to him right now. But we're gonna get him tapped in. What up, Calvin Garcia? What up, Nick? Renowned Reptiles, man. Saw those shirts you came out with, Nick. Those are pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Oliver, what's up, Oliver? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said, so we're gonna go ahead and get my boy tapped in right now. And let's just get this shit started, man. Noah, what the fuck's up, Noah Barczyk?
What's good, baby? What's good? How's everybody doing today?
Big money in the building, Noah fucking
good,
Barczyk.
Good. Amen. Bless you. Bless everybody watching. You know what I mean? Honestly, we're just hooking everybody up with that good energy to, power through this shit.
Positivity, right?
Let's go. I'm ready. Exactly. I've been waiting for this moment, and now it's here.
So me and Noah, we were talking a little bit earlier before we went live, and he fucking told me he had the privilege of stepping outside and smelling some fresh air it's been a while. You got some good sunlight, right?
Oh yeah. The best thing to do today, you go outside and just breathe that shit in. Take a big deep breath of that shit, and just pray that there ain't a speck of Corona in the air near you. That's all you can do.
Just to keep the distance.
Yeah, just keep that distance, you know what I mean? It's kind of fucked up, and sorry to talk about this, but you know what? Who cares?
Yes.
You know how they were telling us, how they were 6 feet? They were stay 6 feet away. I saw some shit today that was yeah, it's more like 30 feet, so that's cool. You know what I mean?
So yeah, the numbers were fucked the whole time.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I love that shit, It's real good for us.
Getting close.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's just staying inside, just stay locked up.
Stay locked up, but get some fresh air if you can. Step foot out, you know what I mean? Because like I said, you don't want to be cooped up in the pad for too long. That's when fucking shit gets weird.
Dude, that's when cabin fever happens, man. And then all of a sudden, Maryland, you know what I mean? That one dude that killed everybody. That's how that shit happened. Manson, yeah, man. You stay too much inside, and then all of a sudden you run a cult. You know what I mean? And then you got your family involved, and then they're killing people. And nobody needs that, right? Nobody needs that.
Yeah, shit just got Stephen King real quick. Fucking 6 minutes in this shit, and it's getting. Oh fuck. Let's lighten it up a bit. No, for reals. I hear you on that, dog. So for real.
Yeah, that's real.
Get out of the cabin every now and then. But what up? So no, let's talk about first and foremost, man. I had a fucking great time meeting you at the Reptarium. I got a little bit of taste behind the scenes. I got to go down to the basement and see the podcast. Hey, did it low-key piss you off that we rolled down there during that?
No, I'm used to people. Honestly, nothing really surprised me anymore. And it's kind of a weird thing. I kind of like when people are watching me in person. For some reason, a lot of people choke up, right? They'll think about the people that are watching, and then they'll get nervous, and then they won't be able to kind of perform well. But honestly, I do better in front of people. I don't know, it's something about it. Instead of making me nervous, it makes me perform better. So I actually enjoy company down there.
Yeah, I was like, because I had who did I have? I had David Levine and Matt Byron, and fucking. If I was with any other people besides those two people, I would have told those fools to fucking hold up, let me roll down there solo. You know what I mean? This is a private thing. No, but I had two big dogs with me, so we were good. It was really awesome to see what was going down, and then obviously see your boy Eric. What up with Eric Chambers, bro?
Yeah, I think he's surviving right now. I think. Well, the one thing about Eric that I'll say is that I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist, right? Where like there'll be some conspiracies that hit me, right, and I'll be like, oh wow, like yeah, that shit definitely happened. Like that's real. Eric is also that way, but a little bit more extreme. I think on his pastime, he kind of digests more than I do, and then I get it through him. But I can agree with some of it. So what I'm trying to get at here is, he honestly saw this coming when it happened in Wuhan or whatever. Like, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. You guys know what I'm saying though.
China.
Yeah, man. So when it really first started happening, he's got like these inside things, like these inside podcasts and stuff that were telling him, like, hey, don't take this lightly. This is a big deal. Stock up. So weeks before like it got into America and all of that, well, supposedly got into America from like the public notice, Eric's been stocking up. So I know he's chilling. He's got all the ammunition. If someone tries to take over his house, you know what I mean? He's not going down without a fight. And if there's not a fight, he's got enough food to survive because that boy been stocking.
He's like Costco. Wait, do you guys got Costco in Michigan?
We got Costco. We got Sam's Club. I mean, really, we got everything over here. Me and my cousin, we were just talking about how Michigan is probably one of the most slept on states in the entire country. Honestly, we have it all. Yeah, we have it all. We really do.
I had a good. I mean, I was only there for what, fucking day and a half. Thanks we go, but I was only there for a day. I was there for a day and a half. And it was. I mean, I did want to get to. I got to see a little bit of like, because we went to Eric Chambers' house. But like, we got to see houses and shit. I got to at least see somewhat of the suburbia. But I know there's so much more, bro. I want to go to Detroit. A lot of my current favorite rappers are out of Detroit.
Dude, yeah, I hear you listening to music all the time, and Detroit's got a similar sound. I'm a huge rap fan, and I actually wanted to talk to you about some of that eventually. But yeah, I hear a lot of your music that it has a Detroit influence to it.
They're all Detroit, bro. They're all Detroit players. I mean, listen, it's hard for me to listen to new music, but if it grows on you, it grows on you. Like, I remember, like, okay, well, the music I listen to now that's fucking, it's dead in my playlist all the damn time is these Detroit players named Grego and Bino. So they're out of Detroit. They're sick. And then there's also Shred Gang that's out of Detroit. So if you want to hear what I'm bumping in the trap all the damn time, look up those rappers, and that's the real shit right there. I'm telling you right.
Let me put you on some Detroit game right now. Okay, so first off, you heard of Cash Kid?
Yes.
Cash Kid is one of the hardest out. And then, of course, this shit always happens to me. I blank on the name. Of course I do right now. Fuck, man. Talk about some Detroit rappers while I pull this up real quick.
The only ones I know are the ones I fuck with personally, and then there's T Grizzly. I think T Grizzly's from
Grizzly. Dude, I have a real cool story about T Grizzly. So obviously you guys know. Honestly, I'm not inside of Detroit, but I'm like 10 miles out from. Well, that's where the shop's located, but where I'm from is actually only like 10 miles out from city center. So I'm not that far out. And so when T Grizzly came out, we were like, holy crap, like this guy's next level. He came out with First Day Out, right? And we are like, holy shit, like this is some big dog shit. So we follow him on everything. Snapchat was real big at the time, and we followed T Grizzly on Instagram, and he posted up his Snapchat, and he was like, yo, add me and I'll add you back if right now. So we do it, and dude, when the only song he had dropped was First Day Out, me and T Grizzly had a Snapchat conversation. That was crazy. I was just like, holy shit. And now he's so big that
I caught him before the glow.
It's crazy. But I did find the guy, do you know Band Gang Meso?
Yeah, dog. So
Dude.
band gang. So band gang is where Lonnie. So band gang, Lonnie, band gang. Band gang. Like okay. So band gang is what Bino and Drago is from, and then there's Shred Gang as well.
Yeah.
So bro, yeah, hell yeah.
Meso, he's so slept on, man. Like he's got some of the hardest bars out of Detroit, and he definitely doesn't have the recognition he deserves. And you know, I hope he blows one day because he's so good. Like his everything like about his style is great.
Look, style is everything. I mean, styles. No, I mean, style's a huge part of it. You know, having charisma is good, but honestly, bro, I just fuck with people who rap what they really live about. Like they really what they're rapping. Yeah. Actual fucking events. Like it's not a Drake. No offense to all the Drake lovers out there, but Drake is for women. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is he does not all his words are finessed and they're all put on the shelf. He's never actually been to a crack house. He said his first album that he's been to a crack house. No, he's not. I mean, I don't know that, but I highly doubt he's ever been to one.
Right.
But either way, I'm just saying I like to hear fucking like Gucci Man. Gucci Man's till this day is my favorite rapper who's alive. You know, his shit that he has. I mean, it's cool. It's selling, you know, but I love his Trap God shit.
Yeah,
I love.
You know, one of my favorite songs from Gucci is Breakfast.
Which one?
Breakfast.
Breakfast, bro.
He's like half a pound for breakfast, cooking dope for breakfast. I take Molly, I take Xans, for breakfast, dude. That's like the hardest shit out.
And he really was like he was really taking all those drugs at the time, bro. You know, and that's the thing now.
That's fucked. That's fucked,
bro. Yeah, you know, it's cool that fool turned his life around. I'm actually one, you know, because I was a crazy motherfucker off some shit, you know. So I just, you know, it's I don't know. Like I hear it in people raps, and I'm like, you know, but it's also they're in their career, like they're in the fucking phase of it, you know. Like I don't really hate when fools are doing shit or talking because you know I did it, you know, like. I'm just over it. Like it's just not a part of my life anymore. But
I can relate to that.
Yeah. So that's what's up. So yeah, me and you definitely have something in common with music. I think that's kind of what we always hit off to begin with. Let's talk about pre-Bad Choice, Noah. Let's talk about what was life like? Because dude, your pops has been like years. I'm talking about like what probably before you heavy in this shit. So, because you're born what 1995 or 6 or
no 1999 actually, dude.
Damn, whoo, damn 1999.
So
hold on.
So
99 was my freshman year in high school. Heavy. Okay, yeah, all right. I just had to think about that. So, anyways, okay. Now it's my sophomore year. Never mind. But okay, so 1999, you're born. Fucking. Age was it when you're like, oh fuck, my dad is really into reptiles? You know, like when did that started clicking in your head and like
that was honestly as weird as it sounds. So I've been involved with it my whole life, obviously, because my dad's been doing it like 10-15 years prior to when I was actually born. So it's already came a long way when I was already born, and it's came so much further. But let's get back to the point where honestly, where it actually hit me where, you know, my dad had something that a lot of people didn't have, wasn't, you know, in that transition between like in the starting of high school all the way to now, honestly, because even now, I'm not going to lie and be like, I have everything figured out. Like, it's still weird to me. It still is weird to me that my dad is who my dad is. But yeah, you know, like
crazy. Think about that. That's crazy. Like,
because I feel crazy.
Like, I feel like it's not even. I don't even think I would excuse me. I don't think I would. I'm ever gonna like accept the fact that I'm even as cool as I am with your dad. Like, it's not real to me, or even with you, bro. Like meeting you guys and like how welcoming you guys were to me, and like we were talking like we were fucking like it was like nothing. You know what I mean? And it was just like, wow, is this real? Like it just didn't. It was. I'll tell you, Ryan. I kind of understand what you're saying, but even more on your end because it's your dad. You know what I mean? Like that's your pop.
And let me touch on one thing real quick. Is that you know a lot of it has to do. So you said like, oh, when we met, like we were kind of cool already. I'm not joking. A lot of it has to do with, you know, with the person's energy, right? You know, you can, I don't, you know, so many people, you know, people sometimes make fun of people that are like, oh, energy. Well, maybe you're just not like us. Like personally, I can tell if someone is like a cool person, like when I meet them, if they're like I can tell if someone's sending bullshit in my face or if someone's actually a cool person. So
Yep.
I think
Yep.
or even just a genuine person, right? A genuine person goes very far in this world. If you even if you're a goofy person, you have a weird personality, if you're just being your cool like your own self, I think that's very important, and you know, people can see that, and that's how you can develop relationships, right?
And the way you get used to, like, you know, I guess you could say reading people, the way you could understand people is by being around people more often. You know, you have to interact. You can't fucking act like you know people behind a computer screen, or you know what I mean, or fucking just because you watch a lot of movies. Like,
Hmm.
you need to understand there's a lot of shit that goes on hands-on experience, and
Hmm.
that's why it comes with the good and bad. When you meet a lot of people, sometimes those fucking people fuck you over. It's, you know what I mean, like it comes with it, you know, no matter what you do.
Oh
But
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's these kind of lessons what make you understand, like, okay, I know what that motherfucker's doing. Like, bro,
Uh-huh.
honestly, I could smell a fucking wimp, or a whack, a fucking weak, whatever you want to call it. I
Yeah.
could smell those fuckers from a mile away, and I'm starting to get good at smelling them right away on Instagram and shit. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people finesse. People on Instagram, social media, whoo, you motherfuckers, they like to finesse. They
Yeah.
like to fucking talk a big game, bro. And
Mhm.
that's why, like, my circle's super tight, bro. Like, the people I fuck with are ones who I know that are really about their shit. Uh,
Mhm.
and you know, that's another thing I want people to be careful about. Like, they build these relationships on Instagram and they think like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy's here for me. Like, it's like my best friend. Like, yo,
Yeah.
like, dude, yo, have you met the
Hard.
person? Like, yo, chill. Like, it's just like, I don't know. But also some people, Noah, they don't have much going on from, like, Instagram
No.
is they got, you know what I mean? Fucking reptiles, which, you know, that's not a bad thing, but it's all they really got. So they invest
Oh
so
yeah.
much in. That's why sometimes they get their heart broken with certain things. You just don't want to put
Mhm.
too much into it. You know what I mean? As far as emotionally, as far as it goes, like emotions, right? So
Yeah. It's
that,
challenging, you know.
it is.
This
It's
whole
tough.
thing that, you know, everyone on this earth, um, life, you know, not even what's happening inside of life right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
you know, just life in general is challenging.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard, you know. It throws you through a lot of hoops, and um, you know, honestly, I try to just stay strong, and you know, I have my days where shit isn't going well, but you know, try to get through it and learn from it as much as possible and go on to the next.
I mean,
Hopefully one day.
we're all human, right? So at the end of the day,
Mhm.
as much as we think like, wow, like Noah's dad's fucking Brian Barczyk, like this guy must
Oh,
have a fucking like a epic life, or you know what I mean? Like, look,
right.
I'll tell you the first thing that I liked, you like, before I shook Noah's hand, I saw the, you know, actually no, this is, yeah, well, I guess, okay. So this is shortly after the podcast. You came up and you instantly were helping your parents out. Like, I remember your mom was that. And by the way, Lori's a badass, bro. By
Yeah,
the way,
she
like,
is. She'll
mom's no
fuck you
joke.
up.
She's so sick, bro.
She'll fuck
Anyways,
you up.
you were like really helping your parents out, bro. Like, this fucking kid is all about being part of the fucking the motive.
Mhm.
After his podcast, he didn't go to a fucking treehouse or go to suck someone's house and go fucking, you know, be a waste. No, he went upstairs and started fucking killing it for his parents, helping fucking kids out, helping everybody out. And that's one thing that I admired about you, bro. Because, you know, at your age, bro, think
Mhm.
about it. Your age, you kind of, you're at the age where you could be a fucking waste if you really want to, and it's kind of okay.
If you
But you're,
want to.
if you want to, and I'm glad that's not you. Like, listen,
Yeah.
I had I had motherfuckers like, you know, older, like my age, who were like,
Mhm.
oh, like, you're interviewing Noah, like, what are you guys even going to talk about? I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Like, because of our age difference? Like, bro, I have a lot to talk to this guy about. Like, he look at his YouTube channel, like,
Mhm.
you're really grinding hard for your age, bro.
Oh yeah.
And you know, and I fucking admire that. So fucking haters
I
gonna hate.
I have one thing to say about that. You know, it's really funny that like you said, oh, like the age difference and all that. I promise you on everything I love that I have more friends that are in like their 30s and up, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
than don't have really many friends my age, because I find a harder time connecting with them, because I find it easier to connect with older people because I can learn from them more. It's really weird,
I know.
It's
I
really
know.
weird, but you know, me and for example, me and Miguel from everyone knows Miguel from Always Evolving Pythons, you know, we're good friends. Like
Yeah,
and
we'll talk more on that right now, but go
and
ahead.
you know, and it's deeper than just filming videos and stuff. Like, you know,
Yeah.
we actually have a good connection where um you know, I mean, I literally went over to his house. He invited me over to his house, and I stayed there for a week, you know, and there was never once awkward or anything. Like,
Oh, hell no. You
we're
feel
just
family instantly with him. You just
yeah,
feel family. You just feel
mm,
like,
right.
bro, I know what you mean,
And
dude. It's awesome.
you
I
know,
love that, dude.
I really I hate age. I hate people like I hate age that you know that's the thing that people look at, but it's all good, you know, because I try to shine through my age with personality.
It's not as much. I mean, age was way more of a fucking bigger issue prior to like what it's like nowadays. But
Yeah,
dude, a lot,
right.
like my boy Stephen Cush, you know who Stephen Cush is?
Yeah, we actually were me, my dad, Forrest, Steven, Miguel, we actually had a whole Florida
Right.
trip where we spent I don't remember how many days. It was a lot of days, but we just were in like a minivan just traveling around Florida going to different collections. So yeah, I know Steven. Yeah, we had a good time.
So he's fucking another young cat in the game. He's fucking in charge of the whole entire, so rest in peace,
Mm,
Forrest. Forrest left us,
yeah,
right?
of course, of
So
course.
Forrest left us. So, dude, Steven, even when Forrest was on this earth,
Mhm.
fucking Steven was in charge of that whole operation. He is still in charge of that whole operation. He's fucking 19
Yeah,
years. He's about to be 19 years old. So he's fucking young, bro. So it's like you can't put an age on anything nowadays, bro. Like there's old souls out there. And that's probably what you are, bro. You probably got but you're a hype beast too, bro. You know what I mean? You're not really, you got swag, you got fucking style and shit. You know what's up with rap music, you know what I
yeah.
mean? But the inside of you, decision wise, goal wise, you know what I mean? Like, look, you're sitting at an age, you're not trying to waste any time. Like,
Oh
fucking
no,
good for you, bro. Like, good for
not
you.
trying to waste any time.
I was 30 something to get my shit together. I had no regrets. I had a lot of fucking fun time,
Yeah,
but nothing I can really show on paper. It's all either snorted away or fucking, something. Who knows? It's all gone though.
yeah.
But anyways, no regrets, right? No regrets.
No regrets.
Uh,
And to, you know, interject a little bit with that is that, you know, I learned a lot through high school. You know,
yeah,
I learned a lot through high school that a lot of people now I realize that they don't learn. And, you know, and
yeah,
during those times, you know, they're real bad times. You know, I would never thought that I could you know, become who I was back then because of what was going on. And we won't get into the details just because I'm not ready for it yet. Maybe
yeah.
one day I'll share it
Round two.
because I would love to. Just now is not the right time. But you know, I had to mature very fast because of a few reasons. You know, there was a time of my life where um, you know, I remember this one road in my life, right? Where there was a clear two directions I could take, right? There I was right in the middle and I could go left or right, you know. And my mom sat me down and she said, "Noah, you have to take this serious. Like you are either going to do YouTube and we will support you 100% and as long as you are doing it consistently and we can tell that you are trying or you can go out and you can try to get a career with whether it be college, whether it be
Yeah,
you know starting from the bottom of a business and working your way up.
yeah,
Either way, but I remember this path and I just remember choosing YouTube. I said, you know what? I'd rather choose YouTube than the other thing. And I don't want people to think, oh, you've never worked a job. All you've done is YouTube. I've been working normal jobs my entire life. Since high school, I've had a job consistently until I could quit my shitty, whether it be Foot Locker, whether it be fast food, whether it be landscaping, whether it be I working at BHB, which I'd still do now. But I've worked a lot of different jobs. And, you know, I really did choose this path because, like I was saying, I could have very easily chose to go the other way and never start a YouTube channel. So I think about that a lot too, is your life choices actually do affect your life. And so far in my life, I believe that, you know, I can do whatever I deem possible because, I'm on that road and I've made decisions to try to prove my dreams to become realities. So I really think that a lot of people have more power than they give themselves.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think right now, like you're in such a good motion for your age. Like you have things moving, especially because, like, let's just say if you're like, hey, fuck it, I want to start. Like, let's say you're just now waking up and like, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. You know how difficult it is right now to get the
A
ball
lot
moving
harder.
with YouTube. There's so many fucking tricks and like ins and outs and like, no, you can't do this. We'll take down your video for that. So you literally got your shit together at a perfect time to where you have a ball rolling now. You have fucking the podcast going. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You're like you're good. I think in as long as there's no fucking, I hope there's nothing in your head saying I need this done by this date. Like I don't know. Let's just say you're like I want 1 million followers by next year. Like
Mm,
who? I just hope you understand that everything's a process, right? Day by day.
mm.
Like you know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? Like, just enjoy the journey because
Yeah.
that's the real reward is what you're doing. And if you
Mhm.
have that in your mindset, you'll be fine. And
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it because your shit's catchy, bro. Like I'm saying, I don't. It's hard for me to watch a lot of YouTube shit nowadays because a
Mm,
lot of it's repetitive. It's all the same. You know what I
right.
mean? And that's why you and Eric was like you guys were really just like a fucking like
Mhm.
you guys reminded me of a Wayne's brothers, but like
Mm, mhm.
white Wayne's brothers. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, I get it. It's cool.
You guys were good together, So, and you guys
Yeah.
are, just so we know, dude, make this real clear. Fucking Eric and Noah are tighter than ever. They're homies, they're boys, they're podcasts. Everything's still intact, everything's together, and they're fucking sick as shit. So,
Yeah,
just want
and no, yeah, for sure. And I'll touch on it briefly. Is nobody knows when this lockdown thing will be over, but
so,
I assure you that when it is, you
yeah,
will see hopefully see Eric on my channel, and I'd love to be on his channel too. I don't know what we would do because we haven't talked about it yet. Things have been uh hard recently. There's been a lot of life stuff recently, so we haven't been able to discuss it. But
yeah.
I'm excited for our future. And it's going to be a lot more than just YouTube in my life. I know that, and I
Oh,
don't have
sure.
the
YouTube everything, bro. You're gonna go into a lot of shit.
yeah. I'm excited. I really am excited for the future. But just patience is key. Patience is key. I know that it is like you were kind of saying, like, don't put a date on. I want 1 million subscribers by this time. Honestly, I'm not even joking. I wouldn't be mad if I never hit 1 million subscribers because I don't expect this to be my end goal, right?
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
I don't.
Exactly.
But what I have is I'm very grateful for already, right? I worked so hard at it. I worked so hard at it. I put so many hours into it where, it feels good to have what I have. And of course, everybody wants more. Everybody wants more. But
Yeah.
I try to look at it as you know, I feel like I got what I deserve right now because I know I'm not in my best evolution yet. So, I'm not mad that I wouldn't want to be one of the people that blow up for 6 months and then you never hear of them again. That's
One
kind
hit
of
wonder. We don't want you want
yeah,
yeah, Vanelli. We don't want hit wonder, bro. We want fucking hits. We want albums, bro.
right. No,
And
yeah,
not
really.
really there though. Like that's a cool fucking not even close to being tapped out, especially with the you know what I mean, with what you already have going on.
Yeah.
Uh let's talk about this though,
Okay.
because you fucking came out to Cali, you killed it.
Mm.
Mad I didn't make kick it with you that time, but you got to go to fucking FaZe Clan, bro. What was that
Yeah.
like? So y'all took you to FaZe Clan. They
So
took you to the main,
I
right?
can okay, so there's a lot to deal with face killing in me. And let me start by this. Yes, that was dope by Miguel. I love that so much. And that wasn't the first time I met them though. And I'll go into that a little bit too, but I
All right,
want to I want to go from the beginning with me and FaZe Clan, okay?
do it.
So it's so crazy. So, YouTube and stuff, when it first started, it really appealed to my demographic. I was a kid growing up with this new thing called YouTube. And all kids, especially in my generation, we love video games, right? That's what they are. They're a video game thing. They played my favorite game at the time. Modern Warfare 2 is what I found them on. um, and me, my cousins, all of my best friends, we would digest so much FaZe Clan content. We tried to join FaZe Clan ourselves with trick shotting and all of that. We never got into it, but and this was when I was a kid, 9 years old, 10 years old, and
Yeah,
10 years later, now I'm hanging out with the people that I was watching when I was 10, 8 years old. Dude, that's fucking mind blowing to me. These people are to me are kind of like similar to some people's favorite musician from when they were a kid, right?
for
These
sure.
these people made me feel so good about myself when I was a kid, like something that their videos did, like the trick shotting videos. I don't know if you ever even knew about that stuff. I'm not sure.
The
But
what? The what?
the trick shotting videos, like Call of Duty trick shotting, or were you never
Oh,
really into that?
yep. I mean, I'm not like I know what you mean. Like my little nephew's fucking a savage with
Yeah.
that shit. I know what you mean though.
Yeah, so it really runs deep, and it's really cool because my friends, they hit me up about it because they're like, holy shit, like you're hanging out with Adapt, and we used to like watch that motherfucker in middle school. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy, and it's cool that they're like the same age as me too. It's not like I'm reaching
It's
too
not.
much.
It's not like okay. So for instance, like what my celebrities as a fucking kid, like let's just say from 3 years old to like fucking legit 14, I was obsessed with WWF. Like my
Yeah,
idols and shit were like Stone Cold, like Ultimate
yeah,
Warrior. And did I ever meet those guys? I've never met one of those fuckers, bro.
yeah,
They were just a dream to me, bro. Like
yeah,
I shit you not, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I I was a kid. I'm still a kid at heart, bro. Like I still got fucking Stone Cold shirts and shit.
Oh yeah.
But like those guys were the ones they made me feel good. Like they made me feel want to be something like with my life, right?
Mhm.
But I never got to meet them. So here you are. You probably have people that are like that with you. So with like my nephew, like I said, he was gaming. So he was all into like these fucking I don't know, but these YouTubers who were like posting all this shit. And
Mhm.
like it's like it's not meet these people. Like if these are people who you idolize, like you could actually you could fuck with them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that I can imagine what you felt like doing that because
It
man,
was
that must have been
It was surreal the first time I met him for sure. It was really crazy, I was really nervous, obviously, because like you're saying, man, it's not your idols per se, but it's people that have helped you through not even necessarily through hard times, but they've helped you have good times, right?
hap-
Like, because yeah,
happiness.
they made you happy. Like when I was a kid, like what I'm saying, I'm not going through hard times. I'm a fucking kid, but
Yeah,
they made my times better, and it's cool. I've told a few of them, like, kind of a little bit about that, just like, dude, like I really fuck with you guys, and
yeah.
they were cool about it. They were appreciative, which is awesome. I love that shit.
Um, I know what you mean, bro. It's pretty like it's just life rewarding. It makes you feel like, you know what, I want to take this further. You know what I mean? Because who knows who else you could fucking meet. Like
Yeah,
you're in
dude.
sports, right? So like, you have I'm sure there's athletes out there you want to fuck with, rappers out there you want to fuck with. And where this is because of people like what me well, there's nobody else like what Miguel's doing, but like what Miguel's doing with these celebrity fucking like collaborations and shit, like
It's
all
awesome.
that's gonna be possible. All that shit's more and more possible now, bro. Like that's what's fucking
Mhm.
sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Who knows, bro? Who knows?
it's definitely exciting, and this kind of involves everything we've been talking about. It's I'm not staying like stationary either with just focusing on YouTube. I'm actually pursuing other avenues as well.
Yeah,
Um,
you have to.
so that's what makes this whole thing so exciting, and is
It's good.
it's just gonna be good. Like I don't know. I'm honestly, like I said a million times already, I'm just excited and I'm ready for the ride.
And it's just beginning. That's what's fucking sick. Is let's be honest, since you've chosen the YouTube route, has
Okay.
life gone
Sorry, it lagged out. What'd you say there?
since you went the YouTube route, right? Remember when your mom sat you down,
Yeah.
Lori, look, fucker, left or right, you know? And since you went the YouTube route, has life gone easier for you?
I truly believe that it's the opposite. I think it's gotten harder. I think that
Okay.
the easier route, genuinely was to go the other way.
Okay.
Um, and I can kind of explain why I think this is because, um, dude, like I really don't have many friends, man. Like I don't look forward to a weekend to hang out with friends
Yeah.
because
Work, bro.
my weekends are filled with editing. Like, this is my editing lab behind me. Like, this is where I sit down 12 hours and make a video.
I see that YouTube plaque and right there to your corner. That's
Yeah,
fucking hard.
exactly. You know, like,
It's hard.
I think it has been harder because it's made myself grow more. It's made myself learn so much more. When I started making these YouTube videos on Bad Choice Noah, because I've had other channels in the past when I was a kid, gaming channels and stuff like that. You know, I didn't know much about editing, and I've come so far with editing, and there's so much more to learn. But I do think this is the harder path, man. Like, you know, just because my dad's my dad doesn't mean that things are handed to me.
Right.
Of course, it makes it easier, but you know, you can't deny that I'm not working hard. I'm editing all my videos. I'm coming up with 90% of my videos with the help of others on on some of them for sure, of course, and they help with all my videos. But you know, you know, I'm doing it all with the help of others, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm busting my ass over here, man. Like, this shit ain't coming for free. You know, this shit ain't coming for free.
Hell no. I think what I was trying to say is like not as far as is your life getting easier, but are you happier? Like, are you a
Yeah.
happier fucking person doing what you're doing now? I think that's kind of what I meant.
Okay.
I know fucking what you're doing. Like, homie, that shit is tedious, bro. Like, oh
Mhm,
my God, editing fucking sucks. And you know, but it also makes you want to just get better and better and better at it.
mhm,
But I'm just saying, at a point, I mean, what was your life like at a point when your mom sat you down? Were you like a happy kid? Did you know what you wanted in
mhm.
life? Or like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Since you decided the
Yep.
YouTube route, has your life, are you enjoying what's going on in your life? Like, are you fucking loving it?
Mhm.
Is what I'm trying to say. That's kind of what I meant to
So
say.
so at that point, you know, I was full of confusion. You know, it was hard because, you know, at this point in my life, you know, kind of fresh out of high school, like literally right out of high school, just graduated. You know, I'm pretty sure that 98% of people, you know, when they are at that point of their life, you know, they're confused. They don't know what to do with their life. They don't know what they're here on this planet for.
Right.
um you know, it's very challenging. It's so hard because, you know, we're just limited to our thoughts and feelings. Like, it's hard to sometimes understand what you are here for. And you know, I think, and I'm not saying this in a way to make others feel bad.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that I do believe that I have this, I don't want to say gift. I don't want to say like any of that, but I know that I enjoy making people laugh. I enjoy cracking jokes. I enjoy being some sort of an entertainer, right? There, I love that feeling when what I do makes somebody else happy, right?
That's a
And
gift.
right, that's what I mean. And I don't want to say, and the reason why I don't want to say gift is because, you know, it can sound like bragging, and I'm not fucking bragging because
Gift. I mean, it's a gift. It's like you have, okay, like how you gonna hate on someone who has fucking bars? Like, it's a gift.
right.
Like, how you hate on somebody who could get a channel over 100,000 subscribers? That's a gift. It does not happen being a
Mhm.
fucking lame. You know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
have to put the fore effort in it. And
Mhm.
it's dude, honestly, bro, with our energy, at the end of the day, it's tiring, bro.
It is
Day to
tiring.
day, it's like, you know what I mean? Some people ask me like, dude, how do you fucking, like, where do you get your energy from? And a lot of it's built up in the morning. Like, I'm a morning person, so
Mm.
I'm up and going at like fucking no later than 6 a.m. my time. And
Mm.
I and I'm like, my energy keeps me going through my day because there's a lot of shit on my plate. But then also at the same time, I'm fucking entertaining people with my stories. I'm getting people pumped up for shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Day to day, I'm doing that shit, and it does. After a while, bro, it's like mentally just like.
It is tiring, and I don't know if you noticed. You probably didn't, but and that's fine because I haven't posted in like 7 days, and that's because I've honestly I was going through some shit. Obviously everyone is. So instead of forcing pushing out videos and stuff like that, I've honestly took this time. I said, whoa, like slow down, you know, gather my chips together, make sure that I'm okay in here, like in my heart, in my head, to get ready to make the next push, right? It's like I'm refueling for that next push. Like, I'm not stopping. Yes, I'm taking a little bit of a break, but I'm gonna come back harder than ever. And I am feeling a lot more ready to go. Give me a day or two more, and then I'm gonna be at 100, and I'm gonna hit you guys with some crazy shit that you aren't ready for. I'm excited for it, man. But yeah, man, it is tiring. Like I said, I've been doing this shit for like 3 years now. I think about 3 years this summer. So it's crazy that times fly by that fast. I've learned so much. I've grown so much as a person, as a YouTuber. I've grown so much, and like I keep reiterating, I'm just excited to grow more, man. I'm so excited to grow more.
Keep that fire, bro. Because what you need to do, okay, you want to get something. Okay, you want to find something to get excited about. Fucking put your mind perspective 3 years from now. Imagine fucking double what you already been through. Just imagine. And we're gonna leave that at that for now, okay? Because that's fucking iconic. Okay, so I'm just telling you now, you're gonna double up. Just think about, okay, I've been in this for 3. Every time you think about how long have I been in this, just double up where you're gonna be in that amount of time. You know what I mean? And just keep thinking that. I'm telling you, that's heavy.
And one thing I gotta tell the people, because I believe this so heavy.
Tell the people.
Is that so? Like we're saying, right? 3 years in the past, never would have expected what I got now.
Right.
You never know when the day is, right? That could be your breakout day. Okay.
Yep.
So, maybe tomorrow, right? Maybe tomorrow I get an opportunity that I could have never seen coming. It was just like, holy shit, this is gonna happen. Like my life has changed forever. But if I would have quit, a year ago, 2 years ago, then I would have never seen this. Then I would have never not seen this coming. I would have never got this opportunity, right? I'm a big believer in just powering through and just waiting for your time.
Yeah, everybody gets their time, bro. Everybody, I have this saying: everybody catches their wave. I don't know if it's my saying, but I'm just like everyone's gonna get one. Everybody, and some people get more than one waves in life. You know what I mean? Get a shit ton of waves in life. It is what it is. But everybody gets their fucking opportunity, dude. It's up to you if you want to fucking take that wave or if you want to fucking let it go past you and you're like, oh, I'll wait for the next one. But you never know if you're gonna get a next one. So that's you just gotta be on top of it, man. It's better now. It's better now than later. So I'm stoked for you on that. That's fucking epic. Let's talk about your love for the animals, man. Are you really like, okay, your dad's obviously a whole nother level with shit. Like where you at with that with the snakes? Like do you got your own projects going on like on the low? Like is there anything that you do on the low with animals that just don't talk about? Like what's going on with the animals?
No, I'll keep it 100% real. So everybody knows my dad, huge passion for animals, huge passion for reptiles, huge passion to, I don't know exactly what's in his mind, so I'm not going to speak it, but everyone knows that he loves the animals to an extreme that not many people do, right? I really, there's only a few people that I've met in this world through him that I see and I'm just like, wow, like, those people are like my dad with the passion that they have, and just for example, I'm gonna drop a couple names right now because I think that they deserve it, Robbie Kezi, that guy is awesome. I love that guy. I've known him like my whole life pretty much, but he's I love what he's got going on over at his place, and I love his Instagram stuff. Like he's
What's
got
his
such his Instagram. I think it's
get swamped?
Get Swamped, yeah. His stuff's really cool. And there's a couple other people too that, you can tell that they're special and that they're so honest about the love that they have for these animals. Um, Me personally, yes, I love them. Like, I see them and I'm just like, oh my God, these are so cool. I love handling them. I love playing with the little monitors, with the rhino iguanas. I love all that, right? But I'm not gonna come here and lie to you guys and be like, that's my passion. I am Brian Barczyk's son, and I also am a reptile enthusiast. No, I love the animals. Don't get me wrong. They make me happy as well as they make you happy. And I love interacting with them. But like I said, it isn't necessarily my passion. I think my passion is more along the lines of, making people laugh and, uh, you know, just having a good time, making people laugh, and yeah, just like around that lines. Like I said, I love the animals. They're awesome. I look at that Bell's Phase lace monitor and it blows my mind. Like it absolutely blows my mind. I'm an animal lover in general though. There's
Like, how do you not love the animals your dad's keep, especially the Reptarium? If you fucking like,
yeah,
Jesus,
yeah.
everything I ever was in there. It's nuts.
So yeah, just like I already said it, but I'm just gonna instate it. Is that like I said, my passion is not nearly as strong as my dad's for this stuff by a long shot. Uh, I honestly haven't found my 100% true passion yet. I have bits and pieces of it. It's in my hands, right? It's in my
Yeah.
hands, and
Options.
I'm living through my life trying to find what the one is, like my dad did with reptiles and the reptile zoo and all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I made that pretty clear.
Oh, Crystal. But the thing is, like, I mean, like, that's why you're not sleeping on yourself. That's why you're like, okay, imagine if you were just like, fuck, I don't have a huge motive what I want to do with animals, but you don't have no YouTube or anything. Know that. Like, like, look, I'm not going to just fucking act like I'm all about following my dad's footsteps when in reality, there's something else out there that you could pursue. And that's good for you to fucking figure that out. A lot of people, they probably would have just rode the other route and be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
act like,
and
you know what I mean?
I also want to touch on this as well. It's like, I will also throughout my whole life, I will if I am able to, I will help my dad's dream
Yeah.
become a reality. Like that also means a lot to me. Just because it's
Yeah.
not my dream to have whatever he wants, I'm gonna be here to help him. Just same way that he's gonna be there to help me with my passion. I would love nothing more to, you know, uh, make sure that things continue on, to make sure that down the long road, you know what I mean? I'm not just gonna desert it. I would love to be involved always in some way or form with this stuff because it does mean a lot to me. It's awesome. Like I said, I do love this stuff. I also want something different of my life as well, but that's always going to be a piece of my life, 100,000,000%, always.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Well, I actually do. Like,
But I'm saying, like, come on, bro. Like, that's like, I mean,
a
you're
lot of
good
people,
with your dad and shit. So it's
yeah,
like,
a lot of people forget I have a sister, and she
oh,
made it.
I met her.
She made a choice to not be involved with it, and that's 100% okay. That's
Right.
100% okay. We're all our own beings. Even though you're the seed of somebody, doesn't mean you have to follow their own footsteps. That's fine. That's totally fine. I don't expect. I'm super excited for one day that I'll have kids. I pray. And I will never expect them to do what I do, like whatever it is. I will never expect that from them, but I would love if they would as well. Like.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Speaking of, I mean, we shouldn't speak about having kids, but what up? You got a chick or anything like that? Or you gonna just know I got a girlfriend?
I do have a girlfriend. I do have a girlfriend, and I love her very much.
You want to give her a shout out or anything? I doubt she watches this channel, but what's her name? What's her fucking? How long you been with the girl?
I don't, I don't know if I should say. Should I say?
Give her a
I'll,
nickname.
I'll say, I'll say her first name. I'll say her first name.
I don't need her last name or date of birth or fucking her
Mm.
yearbook picture. I just want to just give me
Her,
her
her name's Acacia. She's a very
Acacia. That's
Acacia.
a pretty name.
She's a very beautiful woman, and
Right, all right.
she helps me through a lot, so I appreciate her.
Damn, Noah likes to keep it romantic. That's what right there, bro. Damn, that's what's up, bro. Good for you. What's your motive as far as like like collaboration wise, right? I mean, because if you want to grow, right, like I'm sure there's other people out there that I'm sure like you could team up with to help you fucking pursue bigger things, right? Is there anybody out there you'd like to collab with?
Yeah, there's a few people for sure. I would love to collab with Paul Cafaro one day. I met him a couple times. I really like him. We never made a video together, but I would love to collab with Paul. That's kind of more in the animal world. Let me try to think, like kind of more outside of the box. I would. I've always dreamed, like I would say this. I always dreamed of helping out some sort of like music video. Because I think that reptiles and snakes are lacked on, like slept on in like I think they could be used in a music video. What was that?
Yeah, you mean they're slept on in the music industry?
Yeah,
like not a lot of people are using them. I think that's going to change. I think who knows? They could change at any point. You never know what rapper is going to come out with a fucking music video, and next thing you know, you see nothing but Miguel Snakes or your dad Snakes or some shit. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a ticking time bomb. It's about to happen anytime.
Dude, I would love nothing more to be like
setting that up.
Wiz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? Just smoking so much fucking weed and just having all these snakes around. Like, dude, that would be so dope, man. Like,
I come for that. I could supply all the weed. Can I just come?
Dude, yeah, you can fucking come for sure. Just make sure that it's indica, man. I don't fuck with that sativa shit.
Bro, I smoke to get stupid. I smoke to get retarded. I don't smoke no sativa. I don't want a body high. I don't fuck that shit. Hey, teach their own. People, there's sativa, indica. If it's not OG, you don't know me. Get that shit. I only smoke purple. You know what I mean? I want
smoking purple. You know what I mean? Smoking that granddaddy. You know what I mean? That Afghan Kush.
I was pretty lit at the Rotarian, bro, and I think that's kind of where I went wrong, because I was going on no sleep from the night before. I always talk about this, but I was going on no sleep the night before, and I took a heavy smoke break with Mrs. Chambers, and we smoked a fat fucking like some gorilla joint that was like dipped in like keef and shit.
I don't know. You were.
I was like,
yeah, you were fucking high.
Like that, but I was just like, man, you traveling and the stress and fucking, like all that shit. It kind of hit me all at once. And then dude, it's hot in the Reptarian, bro. It stays hot in there, dog.
Especially with all those people, man. This shit
bro.
It's kind of spicy.
That shit was cracking. And with all those people, I think I forgot one dude I just met, his name was Val or something like that. He was drenched in sweat holding one of their Burmese pythons. And I'm like, bro, I was looking at him like, I'm trying to sweat like that right now, bro. But it felt good going outside. Like you go outside, but then you get some dude.
Yeah, it feels good to go outside once you get hot in there. Dude, so many people like sweat in there so much. Like you can So like a lot of people sweat, but like there'll be like an occasional person that like sweats, man. Like where they're drenching,
bro.
and it's like, and it gets hot in there, man. It gets hot in there.
I'm not a sweat type of person, you know what I mean? Like, look, I sweat, but I'm like, I got homies that sweat through their shit.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, yo, what? How? Like,
I don't know.
Body works differently, and I respect all the sweaters out there and shit.
I'll tell the sweaters.
Hear me when you're drenched like that.
Dude, I had one homie in high school, man. He never dropped one drop of sweat. He would be it would be like 90 degrees outside. We'd be playing soccer, like on a field. You know what I mean? and he would have a hoodie, pants on, and stuff, and there wouldn't even be a one bead, you know what I mean? And I would be covered in sweat, and he would just be like, "Why the fuck are you sweating, man?" I'm just like, well, "Why are you not sweating?" He's like, "Cause I'm cool as fuck." I'm like, "Damn, that's hard," you know what I mean? That's hard, you know.
Yeah, I feel you on that, bro. Damn, man, I want more time at the Reptarium, so I'm gonna do it right next time for sure. And make sure I really get my time in there, because it was really a good time. I will say this, guys: once things are cracking, Reptarium's up and going, you need to make your way out there and see what the fuck Brian is really doing to this place, what he's done to this place. It's so dreamy. The thing is, I've not witnessed anything like this in the United States. I don't know about the world. I haven't traveled the world, but
neither.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
It is cool. You know, it's cool to have. I don't know the exact percentage, but I would say it's around 85% is probably a safe bet to have 85% of the animals able to be held. You know what I mean? Like that's you know, that is special. And it's something that, you know, I think we're proud of at the Reptarium. You know, we trust our animals a lot. We spend so much time holding them, and you people also that come, you know, you spend so much time holding them, that also helps them. And you know, it's actually insane. You know, I would have never expected this ever. You know, I remember walking into the Reptarium 1.0 when it was empty, when it was just a shell of a building, and ground zero, no Reptarium, no zoo, no any of this. And my dad, you know, he just looking at us and just telling us his visions, and this is gonna be there, and then this is gonna be over there, and this, and you know, me and my mom looking at each other just like, this motherfucker's crazy. This shit ain't happening. You know what I mean? And then you know, and then all of a sudden it's there, and then you know, you put in all the hard work for it, but now you're actually there, and then you're in it, and you're just like, holy fuck, we did it. Like we did it. And then it even hit harder with this 2.0, because the 2.0 was
fucking even harder.
It's
like
even
you said,
crazier. It hit harder, so much harder, and I'm just excited for the future.
If it's one thing you could take with you that your dad has, is that fucking passion and drive. You know what I mean? You know, maybe not with the reptiles, but with that plaque behind you. You know what I mean? With that plaque, that could grow into things. You know what I mean? And it is growing into things, dog. So I will say this, dude. I had a good conversation with your dad. Which I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna be able to, dude. So your dad, you know, and you're like this too, but your dad was so fucking nonstop, bro. Like, he was saying hi to everybody, bro. Like, how do you fucking give everybody the time of day? I don't know, but Brian does. You know, I'm just saying, I was seeing what he was doing, and I was like, man, I'll be happy if even fucking, you know, if I get to shake his hand. And that's my first impression. But he fucking made time, and he said what up to me, and it was like, holy shit. And then he's like, let's go to the office. I got to go talk to him for a bit, and it was fucking surreal, man. And then we're talking to you about you in a little bit. He told me you're a lot more like your mom than you are like him.
I think I'm personally like a damn near 50-50 split.
Yeah.
But with the making time for the people thing, you know, it's important because, you know, literally, like, I know this is it's kind of hard to wrap your brain around a little bit, but without every single one fan, this wouldn't be a thing, right? So if there is somebody that comes up to me at the Reptarium, at wherever, and shows love, it would be wrong of me not to show love back. Like, you guys are the ones that put me in this situation. Like, I love you guys. Like, even if we don't have an intimate love, like, it's like a love. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love you guys. So of course I'm gonna, you know, share a minute or two of my day with you guys. Like, you know, you guys mean so much to me. You make me have my creative freedom. Excuse me. And you do so much for me without even knowing it, just by watching and just by clicking the like button every once in a while. Like, that does so much for us. So we appreciate it so much. And of course, we'll give our time of day to you anytime if you come up to us and say what's up.
I looked at your dad your dad was definitely, you know, I'm older now, but your dad to me at the point when I got, when I started watching him. He became like what a WWF superstar was to me. I'm dead serious. That's what he became to me. He was like, I idolized him. I was like, what the fuck? And I was at a time in my life where I was transitioning from a life I didn't want to live no more. Like I was super unhappy. I always loved snakes. Didn't know about the whole morph world. Had no fucking clue about that. And then I come across your dad's channel, and that's when everything. My mind was like, I cut all my friends off. I broke up with the girl I was with. Everything. Dude, my whole life changed, bro. Because and I'm gonna say all because of like your dad helped me put things that I didn't know that was out there. Right.
That's cool.
My mind, every time I do this, my mind blanks. It's probably the indica. But what I was saying with that is I'm so pissed. I was gonna go somewhere with that.
No, you're good.
It happens like once a show. Just once.
No, you're good. You're good. Trust me. I understand. Like this shit. That's my everyday. Everyday.
So wait. Give me. Okay. What were we talking before I started rambling? I forgot.
You were saying that my dad was similar to your WWE kind of like.
Oh yes. All right.
And all of that.
My boy. Whoo. All right. So nowadays, right? So I mean, to speed it up, your dad is somebody like what a WWF superstar was to me, right? Then Instagram comes along, because this is pre-Instagram. I didn't have Instagram and shit. This is 2015, 2016, right?
Okay.
I didn't have Instagram. Then I got Instagram, and then after a while, speed up to 2018. I fucking messaged your dad, and sure enough, he fucking hits me back. And I was like, what the fuck? And yeah, I'm pretty sure Miguel had something to do with it, because me and Miguel were fucking super tight. And started to hang out with your dad at that time.
Yeah.
And I would always fucking, Miguel's like, don't worry, I'm gonna, and then your dad was like, oh, actually, I happen to know that guy. And he fucking, it started like that. And then your dad started following me. And then I was like, what the fuck? Like, that was my first, like, in this hobby and experience wise, that was my first, like, oh my God, like, that's boom, cool. Like, it was awesome, dude. And then think about meeting him. You know what I mean? Like, dog, this is like, dreams are becoming realities, and it's very doable.
So, one thing that I can appreciate about you, and this is really cool, is that, so, you're putting yourself out there, right? You're hitting our DMs. You're doing everything that you can to develop a relationship, right? So how I actually found out about you was, I think you like may have commented on one of my things, maybe even DM, time flies, time gets blurry. So it was like one of those things on Instagram. I saw your thing, MJ, cartel, blah, blah, blah. And, I saw it, and I didn't really pay much attention to it, but you were persistent. And then also, I was hanging out with Miguel one day, and I asked him about you. I was just like, yo, what's up with this Mexican MJ? No, I'm just joking. But he was just like, and he was just like, oh man, he's a fucking douchebag, blah blah blah. And then he was like, nah, I'm just joking. No, MJ's really cool. And so I was like, oh okay, MJ, okay, cool. And then follow, and then now we're here. But kind of what I'm getting at is that as all of us technically, besides, I had a little help with my father, but my father, he started out with zero. You started out with zero, and look at, man, we're your friends now. What I mean? Miguel is your friend now. Like, you have all these friends, and I believe that, if it's something that you want, do as you did and go get it. Don't wait for us to hit you up, because that will never happen unless, like, you know what I mean? You hit us up, and then you made us notice you. So that's important thing for anybody watching. You know what I mean? You got to make you just you know what I mean? I think they understand, but you just got to go get it.
Yeah, because ain't nobody gonna get it for you. I'll tell you that much. Nobody's gonna get it for you. If you think somebody's gonna go get your dreams and accomplish them for you, put them on a platter. Look, there's silver spoon fucking people out there. I know there are, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that shit dies down once it comes into other chapters in your life. So if you go out there and get it, so ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You're gonna sleep on yourself. You're gonna get old. You're gonna get regret. That's how bitter. That's why there's fucking bitter people out there. There's tell you right now, bro, there's bitter, pissed off people in this fucking hobby. I ain't gonna fucking name drop shit. I should, but I'm not. We're gonna keep it positive. But there are some fucking bitter ass haters old, not even old, maybe mid-20s, but there's some fucking bitter ass people's hobby that are so pissed off at other people's accomplishments, you know, doing shit that they possibly could have done if they didn't give up on it, but they gave up on it. And those, you don't want a life like that. Honestly, I pray for those people, man. I hope nothing but prosper things for those people, because they're going through some shit. Regret is no joke. I tell you one thing I have on my bucket list. I haven't done it yet, and I'm especially gonna wait until this corona shit's way done. But I want to go to a retirement home. I want to go talk to some fucking straight fucking people who, you know, Gary Vee said this. You know who Gary Vee is, obviously, right? Gary Vee is like, you want to see something so impactful and powerful, go stare at the eyes of regret. And that's fucking crazy, bro. Go look at some people who are on their way out and they can't do shit that they wish they could have done.
Crazy. You know,
I don't know. I mean, dude, hello.
I'm lucky enough to have my grandparents in my life still, you know. And
thank God. I love my grandparents.
Me too. And you know, I talk to them, and you know, they help me with my life because, you know, they have that life experience already. And yeah, you know, it is true, you know, they you know, you learn a lot from older people. But I want to kind of scoot back a little bit. And you were talking about some, you know, you have to go get it and silver spoon and all of that, you know. And I want to touch on this one thing is that, you know, even though my dad is who he is, I still had to go get it. Like, just because my dad's Brian Barczyk doesn't mean that equals 170,000 subscribers. Of course, that helped me get started and give me some motivation in the beginning. But, you know, without me as well putting in that work, I wouldn't be here. And I'm not downgrading or not giving my father credit for what I have, because I obviously believe that, you know, without him, I wouldn't necessarily be where I am today. But, you know, I had to go get it, you know what I mean, as well. I had to go get it. I had to go put in that work. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. You know, got to put in that hard work, everybody. Get what you want. And it doesn't even have to be in the social world. It doesn't have to be in the social world, you know, any kind of world. Put in that work.
Look, hard work, period, will take you somewhere in life. You could be doing something that has no purpose. I'm dead ass serious. But if you fucking work hard, if you learn how to love the grunt work. I had a guy in my life who he ended up fucking me over, but he just had really good life lessons. I think because of all the things he's done wrong to people, right? But he had like a lot of good life lessons. And one thing he taught me to learn was to fucking like, and this is I used to manage like in the gym, like I used to be in the gym industry, fitness industry, right? And one thing I fucking hated was picking up after people. Like I hated fucking picking up after people.
Yeah, I feel
but
that.
At the end of the day, that's my fucking home. Like that's if I have a place where I want people to come and represent it, I'm gonna pick that fucking towel up. I'm not gonna have somebody who wants to join the gym and see towels on the fucking floor. You know what I mean? So because I had no issue picking up towels, fucking picking up puke out of the fucking bathroom, shit, just nasty shit. I just did it just to do it. It helped it just helped my work ethic. It's a term. It's called learn to love the grunt work. Because if you learn to love that shit, dude, everything else is fucking easy peasy, bro.
Oh my god, dude. Since literally I was a little kid, I'm talking like elementary school, middle school, I've been cleaning snake shit every single summer. Dude, like they were, you know what I mean? There was times when we were at our biggest size at BHB, and there was rolling racks and rolling racks of baby ball pythons, and that was my job as a middle schooler to take care of them. Like, and what I'm trying to say is that, you know, that you know, because you clean snake poop every day. I know, because you own them, and you know, and anybody that owns a bunch of snakes, you know, knows that is a pain in the ass. And to have that experience as a literal child, as a middle schooler, about hard work, you know what I mean? I think my dad would give me like $5, you know, a day or something like that. I don't know, just something little that doesn't even really matter. But it just was developing work ethic at a young age, which I think is very important.
It really is. And honestly, some kids don't like, okay, let me explain to you how I was brought up, right?
Mhm.
I was raised with two sisters, the only son. So
Okay.
it was every fucking sport. Like I played every
Yeah.
sport. I fucking loved racing motocross. Like my dad put all his time and effort into me. It was all about me,
Okay.
right? But like when shit came down to like, for instance, let's talk about like my racing days when I used to race motocross. Like typically, if my kid's racing and stuff like that, he has a good ride. Or even if he goes riding, he's gonna be the one to wash the bike after he's done. Like
Mhm.
he's gonna, you know, typically
Yeah.
that's how it should go down, right? My dad never had me touch the bike. If something went broken, my dad was like, "Nope, mijo, I got it." Like he loved fucking doing everything. Like he was like my mechanic, right?
Mm.
But he also didn't show me like yo, just in case I'm not here, like you need to learn this. Like he didn't really set me up to
Mm.
where I'm like, yo, you need to fucking learn this shit on your own.
Yeah.
And it was like that in a lot of things, unfortunately. I was a spoiled fucking kid, bro, because of my dad, and my dad lived through me. I did a lot of cool shit, but I got away with murder. I got away with a lot of things, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I didn't learn the hard work ethic type of thing until like my 20s, bro. Like because my life was a brief. Look, my dad was like, if you're killing it at sports, fucking make them happy. My life's easy. And that like I would get in trouble at school. My dad would be like, oh fuck it, you know, you went 4 for 4 yesterday. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like that was my life, and my sisters hated it because they were fucking like they got put through the ringer if they got like anything called on them and shit. So I don't know, like it's kind of like case by case. It's cool that you were brought up the way you were, because it's hard to learn work ethic when you go through what 20 years on this earth and you're fucking a spoiled fucking brat like all your 20, and I mean all this time, and then now you have to fucking figure out, look, this shit's not handed to you, you know what I mean? So you know,
I learned that at a young age, you know, and I'm very thankful for that. You know, I'm very thankful, and I hope that I can instill that into my own kid's life. You know, work ethic, and you know, I have to worry about that in another, you know, hopefully years down the road. But you know, I hope I can learn from my life and what my parents taught me to help my kids as well, because you know, it is work ethic is a big thing about success, right? You can't be a lazy fuck and, you know, expect things to come to you, because that's just not the way it is. Sadly, trust me, I would love for it to be easy for everybody on this earth, for it to be, you know, you could sit down at your computer, you know what I mean, and do something for 10 minutes and make thousands of dollars, but it's not going to be like that, guys. Don't it's nothing is.
If it was so easy, everybody would have 1 million subscribers. Everybody would have 100,000 subscribers. Everybody would be fucking having a reptarium if it was so easy. If it was something where I could wish it and a fucking apple fell off a tree and grant, yo, it's not it. That's not reality. You have sacrifice, right? You fucking probably sacrifice. When you chose the YouTube life, you're like, fuck going out, fuck having a fucking social life. You fucking cut that off. You chose life, bro.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, my social life is YouTube. There's one of my favorite songs, like, and I say that kind of weirdly. Because I have so many favorite songs, you know what I mean? Everybody does. But one of the songs that you know I enjoy is called "Sacrifices" by Big Sean and stuff like that, because I think Migos is in it. You know, and they're just saying through their song that's like, you know, this didn't come easy. This came through our sacrifices, and you guys may not see that, but everyone up at the top with us, we all share that in common. We all sacrifice things to get where we are today, and you know, it's what you need to do.
And the closer you get to the top, the more lonelier it gets.
Yeah.
It becomes more like, yo, I only got my own on this, because you got to be careful on who you trust. Like, not everybody wants to see you succeed. Once you surpass somebody in your success, that's when shit changes, man. It sucks, it really does, but that's when shit changes. And you know, I mean, I talked to your dad when he was on the show and who his inspirations were and shit like that, and you know what I mean? Like, a lot of your dad don't talk to those people no more, bro. Like he's on a whole nother level now. You know what I mean? All because he never stops. Like, he didn't let nobody fucking get in his way. He just kept pursuing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't want people to think that, you know, I'm perfect or my dad's perfect, because guys, I'm being honest, you know, we're very far from perfect. You don't have to be a perfect person to have things go
There's a,
well for
there's
you.
a reason, there's a reason why your dad's the most loved, most hated fucking dude in this hobby, bro. It is what it's 100%. And it's more love than hate, don't get me wrong. But these fucking little, they're a lot shadowed now, but these fucking people that, tried rallying against your dad, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have something like that going on, then you're really not doing anything. You're not doing it. Dude, haters, haters make you famous. That's exactly what it comes down to at the end of the day.
It's hard to kind of accept and understand, but you're right that it's good to have any person to have an opinion about you, whether it be bad or good. At the end of the day, it's like, hey, you know me. It's like, hey, you still know me, so that's good.
Yeah. Let's talk about your finer taste in things, right? I mean, obviously you like Jordans, right? You're a Jordan guy. I saw your kicks. Your kicks was the first thing that stood out to me at your podcast. They almost looked fucking lit up. Like they were so drippy that I thought that the red on the higher ankle or something like that. What is that? Like that shit was shiny, bro. That shit was sick as fuck.
I don't know which one I was wearing. Oh, okay. I was wearing the Jordan 8s. I think they're called the alternate 8s.
I just wanted. The thing is, I love Jordans, but I'm not like a Jordan fanatic. Like I don't know the fucking numbers and shit, even though you see them all, but
bro. I can grab you a pair right now. Let me go grab a pair, one of my favorites, and I'll bring them right back real quick.
Yeah, dude. Show us your favorite Jordans.
Dude, these are so sick. One sec.
Noah's a hype beast. He's all into the fashion and shit like that, and I think that's sick as fuck.
Okay, so right here, I got the Travis Scott 4s, bro.
Damn, those are hard, bro.
Dude, these are Travis Scott, and it says Cactus Jack right there. You know what I mean? It's like this very soft, like material, bro. I don't know.
What is it? Suede?
Yeah, it's some type of suede. I don't know what kind of suede, but it is. But dude, these things go so hard,
fuck, bro.
But I have, this. Okay.
Is that like a color of a blue, like a light blue or something, or was that gray, grayish blue?
It's a baby blue. It's a baby blue.
Dog. Oh my god, those look so fresh with some gray jeans, dog.
So, it's kind of interesting is that, so when I started this whole thing, I was like 16, 17, and obviously when you're 16, 17, 18, even now I'm 20, and I know that I'm dumb compared to how I'm going to be in the future. And when I was 17, 18, I did buy a lot of shoes and I did buy a lot of clothes and stuff, and I've been holding back on that recently. Well, it's been a lot more than recently now. I feel like the last year or so I've calmed myself down a lot more. I got my kind of hype beast out. And it's kind of it's weird. It's weird because I was a kid. I spent my money stupid. Oh, I have money. Let's buy some shoes. You know what I mean? And it was cool at the time.
Clothes, yeah.
It was cool at the time, but I've kind of matured more now, where I just kind of wear what I have, and if something really pops out to me, I might get it. I don't know. I'll consult with myself and see how it goes. But I've really just been trying to mature lately and just focus on the more important things rather than just a fucking pair of shoes or having a nice t-shirt on. I like it better when I have a shitty t-shirt on. You know what I mean? I can get it dirty and not trip.
Comfortability, bruh. It's all about being comfortable, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you're comfortable, then you're relaxed. You don't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, man. Sometimes I'll have on some like nice clothes and I'm not comfortable. I'm not relaxed because I'm just like, oh well, I can't get the speck of dirt on this Bape shirt. Like, I don't know. That shit's
bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, because of those Detroit motherfuckers, I want one Bape hoodie, bro. I don't know why. There's some sick ass Bape shit out there. It runs really small. That's what's pissing me off.
Oh, I've got to be careful.
Yeah, bro. I went to so my little nephew, he's not too little no more, but he's into like fucking designer like Bape shit, and my sister just spoils the goddamn shit. Shout out to my sister, by the way, but she spoils the shit out of this kid, bro. He deserves it in some sense, but anyways, is Baped out. He took me to one of these because Bape's not sold everywhere. It's majority sold either online or certain pop-up shops have it, right?
Yeah, there's like one in California I've been to, and then Japan, New York.
Yeah. And these are hoodies that are like in the $400, $600, $800 range. Like they're not cheap.
Yeah,
but I don't know what it is. I put one on and I was like, yo, I'll drop the $500-$600 on this. I don't give a fuck. Like, and it didn't fit me. It looked like it was something off, but like I don't know what it was, bro. But
I love Bape. Bape is one of my favorite things. You know, it's cool because everybody loves camo, and they have their own take on camo, which makes it cool. Like they got the fucking Bape heads that make camo. Like, dude, that shit goes so hard. Bape's one of my favorite companies for sure.
What's one thing you want to touch on? Because these beers are running through me. I want to go take a leak. But what's one
I know
thing you
I need to piss so bad too.
Okay, I go first, and then I'll let you go piss.
Okay.
All
right. Let's think. Let's think about the people. Oh, fuck it. You know what I mean? Somebody gave me these. You know, fire Taco Bell chips. So why don't we just do a little taste test? You know what I mean? Let's crack it open. Oh, it smells like Mexican toilet, bro. Oh my god. Get a look at these. Oh my god, they're devil red. They smell like shit. Oh my god, Taco Bell, what the fuck? Taco Bell fire tortilla shit. They do have good flavor. They smell like shit, but they taste pretty good. So, I ain't, man. Let me give it one more bite. Let's see how it goes. I bit my fucking tongue, so that's cool. Those are good. You know, people were hating on them. I saw some hate comments about the Taco Bell chips, but honestly, they're pretty good. The fire ones, I'd recommend. The mild ones, I did try the mild ones earlier. Don't get the mild ones. Those ones weren't good.
What are you talking about?
So I just did a little chip review. Somebody sent me a bag of these.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they're Taco Bell.
Are they fire?
These ones are actually good. You know, they smell like shit, but they taste good.
The mild ones, what are those like?
Nasty. I was just telling the people, nasty. Those ones I didn't like, but those ones I can actually get down with. I'll probably eat those later. But yeah, let me use the bathroom real quick, and then I'll be back, and then we'll get this going. All right.
For sure. Damn, I'm kind of a dick. I should let the guests take a piss first, but nope. MJ had to go first, of course. What's good, everybody? Thanks for keeping with us here. Hour and 24 minutes deep. Hope everyone's having a great Thursday night. I know I'm having a great Thursday night. This has been a fucking good session so far, man. Noah's dropping some shit for us. I will say, DS Balls and Exotics. What's your name, bro? Just want to remember I know who these people are. Jocelyn Garzon, what's up, Jocelyn? How you doing? Raul Garzon, what's going on? Tortilla Shits from Antonio Gonzalez. Okay. We're gonna take this little intermission to say hashtag fuck Bob Smith. That way people can just get that, implanted in their mind. We're going to keep that movement going 110%. So don't worry about that. But Unfiltered Reptiles podcast tomorrow night and then Saturday afternoon. That's going to be fucking amazing. Listen, if any arboreal fucking lovers out there or wanting to get into emeralds or green trees, you cannot miss these next two episodes that are happening on the Unfiltered Reptiles podcast. Ed Marino, okay? Look him up. Ed Marino, Amazon Basin Emerald Tree Boa is his Instagram name, and then just type in Ed Marino on Facebook. He runs the Facebook group with Ryan Wollison. Fucking legend, dude. I'm telling you right now, this guy does not. I'm not going to say he's never been on a podcast. I don't know, but listen, it doesn't happen. And we got him fucking thanks to Ryan, so that's going to be epic. And then we have Pedro. I suck at saying his last name, but Pedro's out of fucking Portugal, and he has the nicest green tree pythons in the world. So. Yep. Our boy's coming back right now. I'll tell you what, I feel a lot better after taking that leak. I have a weak bladder, man. I don't know. I drink these beers. Our boy's back. Ooh. You feel better? Because I felt a lot better.
Yeah, that was a fat piss, man. That shit was it's a fat piss, man. Came out like a goddamn fire extinguisher.
Fuck, dude, for real.
Real thick too.
Yeah, the thick ones.
Like
Yeah.
Jello consistency almost. Weird.
Since we're talking about weird shit like this right now, let's talk about the podcast. Okay, let's talk about you the checking in, right? There's checking in and then there's checking in and then
choices. I thought you were gonna work on it. Checking in and
no,
then
I forget. I try to make sure I had it right. So there's checking in with fucking, which is the family, right? It's you,
Yep.
mom, pops, and then a guest, whoever comes in. Which I'm gonna be on that bitch someday. Get ready.
Yeah.
You invited me.
Yeah,
but,
when you come down for sure.
huh?
When you come back down, or come back up, I mean. Yeah, for sure.
100%. And then we have choices, right? Choices is fucking a wild ass podcast, man. I like it. It's
You like it?
fucking funny, dude. Let's talk about the Valentine's Day episode.
What about it, man? I don't know. I remember we were talking about like how to make your girl orgasm.
How that
didn't work. Didn't work. I used all the steps. It still couldn't happen. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I just think God kind of shorted me on the stick, if you know what I mean. But it's all good, you know. I'm praying.
The ocean, bruh. I mean, I was blessed with the big stick, but I'm just saying, it's
Yeah.
still the most in the ocean, dude. You just gotta work it. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep praying, and you know, maybe one day I'll wake up with a bigger, you know, wand to work with. I don't know. That's what I'm praying for. It's all good though. You know, it's all good, baby. It's all good. You know why? Because I'm breathing. You know, I'm breathing.
Life is good if you're breathing.
Hey, life's good if you're breathing. That's a good motto.
That's a good motto. For reals. So you know, as far as bringing people on, do you? I mean, because I know with checking in, that's something that's common. But do you often bring people on to choices?
So it's weird because I would love to. It's just hard, right? I don't have too many. I mean, like I guess I have some connections through like my dad, but
yeah,
I don't. It's hard to get people in Michigan. It's easier to do the thing that we're kind of doing with Skype, right? So it's funny that we're doing this because tomorrow we're actually going to be doing Skype for the first time, or one of those kind of Skype platforms on our podcast for the first time. We're going to be Skyping in Eric, and then we're also going to be Skyping in my cousin Brandon.
cool.
So, you know, that's just going to be a fun podcast. And yeah, once we get...
This can be choices or checking in.
This is choices tomorrow.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, you know, it's just like I said, you know, we're just at the beginning. We're kind of just figuring things out, but yeah, I would love to have guests on regularly in the future, of course. And you know, you're welcome as well once, you know, we get things rolling for sure. That would be awesome. You know, maybe we could do a little like a little smoke session, you know, smoke podcast where we just get fucking
normally I would have been like 4 dabs deep, but I want to just, in case your stumbles upon this, I just don't want to. I'm trying to keep cool with Lori 120,000% because that's one girl I want to keep on my side forever, and I want to respect your parents too because I love your parents. So other than that, normally I would be fucking.
Yeah, dude.
I'm happy you're on here with me, and I only want good feedback from your parents. So
no,
I'm going like this.
No, dude, you're good. Honestly, my parents, they don't partake in smoking, but they don't like hate it. They don't like see people that do it and they're like, oh my God, fuck those stoners. You know what I mean?
Your dad's been for at least a good year, and he knows I'm the new era of a stoner. I'm fucking Cheech and Chong as much as they can get nowadays, right, bro.
Dude, Cheech and Chong. I remember that was my first stoner kind of movie I've ever watched was Up in Smoke. And I fell in love with that kind of those kind of movies ever since.
So let's get into those fucking, because those are my favorite kind of movies. So Cheech and Chong, Smoke, my favorite. And first, I watched that movie before I was a pothead. I think I was like
me too.
12 years old. Yeah. And I remember watching it at like a friend's house who mom partied a lot. So I was just like, what? And so I watched it. And then obviously getting a little, and then not even too much older, then my next favorite pothead movie was fucking Half Baked.
Dude, I was just going to say that. I was going to say Half Baked was like the next step for me. No, yeah, literally. Those
Abba Zabba, you're my only friend.
dude, that oh my god. And my mom used to like hate me so much because I would like be watching these fucking movies and she'd just be like, "Oh, Noah, you can do so much better." But I was like, "Mom, it's so fucking funny." Like, what the fuck?
So classic. That's original Dave Chappelle
Yeah,
classic comedy.
so good.
And then fucking Method Man, Redman, How High. I know you've seen How High, right?
I don't know if
What?
I've actually seen that one.
Bro, you
I
okay.
I
You priority tonight. You need a fucking handle and watch that fucking movie How High with Method Man, Redman. You can't call yourself a pot.
I know of Method Man. Like, I know who those
It's a good,
people are.
it's a good,
Let's see, I just Googled it right now.
it's a good, trust me.
I recognize the title. I don't think I've actually watched this though, but I recognize the thumbnail of this for sure. Um, another like movie that fuck I love so much. Um, obviously Friday 2, or Next Friday, I think it's called, right? Um, those ones are great ones that they.
So Friday, next Friday and Friday after next, those are classics.
And then there's a couple more. Menace to Society,
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers, Meow.
Seen
Yeah,
that on that shit was a trip.
yeah, I've seen those ones, Meow. No, dude, I haven't seen the new one though. Have you seen that new one that came out?
Littering Ann.
Did you see the new one that came out?
Smoking the reefer.
Dude, I think that's what got me saying reefer, like
Reefers.
as like a joke, was like that movie, because I don't know.
That's pretty fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
There's really no good new weed movies out now. Oh, have you seen the movie Wash with Dr. Dre? It's an old school movie, dude. Google it right now with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. It's called The Wash.
Dr. Dre and Snoop. No, yeah, those like all these movies. They're important to for the culture, right?
I mean, these are just classics. They don't make these no more.
Right, like yeah, I can't think of one that came out recently where we hold it to the as high of a level as we do to Cheech and Chong, to the movies that we're talking about. They just recently there hasn't been something like that, and I don't know. I hope that somebody can bring that kind of back a little bit.
You did hear that Friday is coming out again with Chris Tucker.
Really? When?
Original. I was told, if you try to Google it right now, see what comes up. Right. Type in new Friday movie. And I know, dude, they've already came out with like a trailer, I think. But that took forever because Chris Tucker, they weren't paying him enough money to come back. So they just kept putting Mike Epps, who fucking was good. Mike Epps is hilarious.
Yeah, I like Mike Epps. He's cool. I don't actually see anything about this.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, Jay and Silent Bob. Good shout out, Antonio Gonzalez. Jay and Silent Bob. Have you seen that movie?
No, dude. There's so many movies I haven't seen. I put my.
Dude, are you writing this down? Noah, right? Do I have to text you? What do you want me to do, bro?
Just message me all these movies, man. I'll watch them all. I mean, we're locked down.
What's your phone number? I'm just kidding.
313. No.
Actually, no, just kidding. No, yeah, I'm gonna hit you. You got to watch these movies, bro. These movies, like you said, they're full. These movies that I'm naming that you haven't seen are for the culture. You need to watch.
I will watch them. No, I really will watch them. I love those kind of movies. Fear and Loathing of Las Vegas, dude.
Yeah, bro. Listen, don't watch that one of drugs. I'm telling you right now, that's not a good idea. You're gonna ruin. I've done that twice, and I regretted my life for a long time. So do not do that coming down off of anything. Just watch it clear-minded, and just if anything, it's gonna make you not want to party ever again. It's fucking gnarly.
I've watched that one like 3-4 times, and it's so good, man.
It's a trippy ass movie.
It's so trippy. But I love that kind of stuff, man. I love tripping.
No, for real. Like I like the movie Blow. The movie Blow's up awesome. You seen the movie Blow, right?
The movie Blow. Maybe.
Yeah.
So can I be real with you for a second?
Good?
Listen to this. So I played sports my whole life, right?
What sport?
physical sports. So like football, I played since 3rd grade to 9th grade. I
All
played
right.
football, and then there was a bunch of other sports in between, basketball, baseball, but those aren't the ones I'm talking about. And then
Right.
in high school, so 3rd grade to 9th grade football, 9th grade to 12th grade hockey. Both very extremely physical sports.
Yes,
I
hockey.
I've had so many concussions that my friends that are my age and stuff, and they'll make jokes. Haha, remember that SpongeBob thing? Oh, remember that episode out of this cartoon? Bro, I
Yep.
don't remember it, but I used to watch a lot of it. There's a lot of my memory that from my past that I don't remember, and I think it's partially from those sports, and then partially from other things that happened as high school that I'll talk about at a later date. But dude, like I think I genuinely do have some like memory loss, honestly, because there's a lot of things that I just don't remember anymore, and I'm so fucking young. So I hope that it just stays the way it is and it doesn't get any worse.
You want to know something trippy?
What's up?
I'll touch on it since you talked about it. So I told you I race motocross, right?
Yeah,
I have over fucking 14 broken bones in my body because of like accidents and shit.
yeah,
And a lot of those were concussions and shit. So um I was kind of getting oh fuck it. I wanted to get checked out because I felt like I was getting angry. Like I felt like I was getting more pissed than normal. Like I'm talking about like, and it was what it really was just fucking biting, like putting energy into piece of shit people on Instagram. That was just getting me more worked up, right?
yeah,
But I went to a doctor. I'm like, yo, what's going on with me? Is there anything that I need to get checked out or
yeah.
stuff like that? And he ran like my blood and all that shit. And then he looked at my chart, like my previous fucking injuries. And he's like, have you ever gotten your brain waves checked? Like, have you ever gotten like your brain? And I was like, not that I know of. And he's like, that's a concern. Cause I've had like over like fucking like 6 concussions.
I've
Like,
had more than that, easily.
yeah, but like that, it doesn't take much to rattle shit,
Yeah,
bro. That's the problem. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'll tell you what, I did get checked out. I'm all good. I'm not fucking, I'm not looting and shit. Like I don't have Jackal and Hyde in me. Maybe I don't know,
I know.
but fucking. But I got checked out, make sure my shit was straight. But it concerned me because the doctor was like, well, fuck, how do you have all these injuries? Okay. And you've never gotten your brain, like you never got a brain MRI. You've never had any kind of like waves checked. And I was like, you're the fucking doctor. You tell me, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But
Dude,
it's scary,
it's
bro.
scary. I've had concussions in hockey and football. Well, and this one's in hockey where I've gotten hit and then I wake up and then I'm in my car and then I close my eyes and I'm obviously like passing out and then I wake up and I'm in a hospital. Like
Yeah.
that's my memory pattern. I'm on the ice, blackout in the
You wake up.
car, blackout in the hospital. Like I've had a few concussions, 2 or 3 like that, and then I've had so many minor ones. So that is definitely something that I do worry about. It's like I hope that my brain's okay. Like,
So who loves hockey? Your mom or dad? Like, was there something behind that, or you wanted to do hockey? It's like nothing to do with your parents. Like it was you that wanted to do hockey.
uh, so it was more my dad. My mom, she's a fan of sports, but only if her kids are playing in it. Um, she can enjoy it if we make her, but she doesn't choose to. But no, yeah, we've been playing hockey since I was legitimately a little kid. That probably my entire life, honestly.
That's
Same thing with every single sport: basketball, football, baseball, soccer, all of it. I love all sports. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
how long ago was that vlog you guys did when you and your dad played each other in hockey?
I was probably a senior in high school, so 20. That was probably four, 3 years ago now.
Damn. So that
Yeah,
was your senior year. Cool. So you played to your senior year?
yeah. I didn't play in my senior year because life was a mess then. But
Yeah.
yeah, I played till my senior year.
And yeah, hockey wasn't, you're from Southern California. You don't really have hockey. Like hockey's not like my uncles, all my like East Coast family, like my uncles, like big fucking Flyer fans and shit like that. And every time I was around hockey, I was like, damn, I wish I was more around hockey. Like hockey was fucking so sick, bro. Like I enjoyed that sport, but it's like rugby, dude. It's like one of the most brutal fucking sports.
It's
Like,
awesome. I've been
yeah,
in so many fights on the ice, and that's the best part about it is that, with these sports like basketball and stuff, you can tell there's tension, right, between the players, but they can't legally get it out on the court. But in hockey, hey, you fucking hit my captain. Guess what? We're gonna throw hands. I'm throwing off my gloves, and my knuckles are gonna hit your fucking face. And that's what we did. Like, I don't know.
that's so
Hockey's
hard.
awesome, bro. It's just fucking brutal. I love it though. And it's the best to see it live. The professionals play and the
Oh my
professionals
god.
beat the fuck out of each other. It's the best, man. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah, my boy Jason fucking JH Pythons, he goes to like he's like a Kings ticket season ticket holder. So he goes to all the Kings games, the LA Kings.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go to a game to him next season, but fucking dude, yeah, it's just so much electric, bro. It's just it's a
Great
sick
vibe.
sporting event you can't miss, and I need to go handle it, bro.
It's great when you, like, I don't know, just gotta kind of party up a little bit, you know what I mean? Have a couple beers in your system, you know what I mean? Maybe take a hit of that reefer, you know what I mean? Sit down, eat a pizza, and watch some hockey, there's nothing better.
Just fucking live life.
Yeah, honestly.
You miss hockey at all?
Yeah, almost every day, I think about sports in general. I think, like you said, you played sports or you did your motocross. I know you miss your motocross too. You know,
I don't miss eating it. Like I do, but I do miss. Like the thing was about motocross, I was scared before every race, but like I still wanted to race. I don't know what it was. Something where like literally, bro, I could tell you the point where before the gate drop, I wanted to shit my pants. Like I was like almost telling myself I don't want to do this until that gate dropped, everything went away. It was a weird feeling. It was kind of like, and my dad was there, so I was like, I'm not gonna let him down. Like I couldn't.
yeah,
I remember, dude, but it was, oh man, I don't have no regrets, dude. I fucking, once I was going, bro, I was going, I didn't stop. But then, motocross stopped when I was like, cause my mom and dad got divorced and money just went to shit. And motocross is a very expensive sport, like a
yeah.
very expensive sport.
I-
And so reality came and I had to live with it. And so I put everything into baseball, and then baseball became my fucking love at like 16.
mm,
And I put everything into fucking baseball. And baseball was like where I finally had like friends that were like brothers and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like because when let me kind of backtrack. So in high
yeah,
school, I grew up in San Diego, but after my sophomore year, I left San Diego and lived in Seattle, Washington. I lived in Bellingham. And they take their sports like I lived at a fucking or I in San Diego I went to a pretty bad like let me see, like their athletic program was really fucking bad. Like there was no money put into like their sporting programs. But
yeah,
then I went to a high school that was loaded and they fucking put everything into their sporting programs. So next thing you know, I'm doing workouts every day. I'm fucking like literally doing shit to elevate my game. And that's when like I became really in love with fucking baseball. And I do miss it, bro. Like that was one thing that was like my therapy, bro, was baseball and
yeah.
football. I played football too, but yeah.
There's one thing that I don't know. Let me know what you think about this. Is that I think about those times in my life, and I do genuinely. I put so much effort into hockey. Like I put my whole life into it to where, I went to Canada to go to training camps and, I'd went all across Michigan doing these training camps and to excel my game. And, I just like I said, man, I just miss it. I would love to, because I know that my life will never be a professional athlete, but I would love I wish that I could experience that life. Do you understand what I mean? I
Of
wish
it.
I wish that I could experience that life, and that doesn't mean that I'm not happy with my life now. That just means that um I just love sports so much that I wish I could be a professional. You know what I mean? Like sports are definitely one of my top 3 loves in life. Like without sports, man, like it
But
helps me so much.
think about the pressure athletes are under, bro. Like the pressure, bro. Like if you are really a professional and you're in, like, bro, think about like going to the plate and taking a fucking professional swing in front of all those people, a World Series game. Like, you know, an NBA fucking finals game. Like, and then you have motherfuckers like RIP Kobe and fucking Jordan who are just fucking killers. Like, how do you mentally just do that? Like,
I love it. I love it.
and I love it. Bro, that, think about what kind of power that takes, bro.
It's more power than I have. It's
Oh,
it's
it's a
awesome, dude. It's awesome. I love, me and my cousin, we're at the end of the day, we're diehard LeBron fans because, you know,
Bronny.
LeBron is our Michael Jordan, honestly. And every generation
He hasn't
before
passed
us.
yet, though, right?
What was that?
He has not passed Jordan yet in your book, right?
Well, so
The best that's ever done it, best fucking ever. Is that what you're calling LeBron? I won't be mad at you. I'm just saying.
I wasn't calling LeBron the best that's ever done it. Um, I think there's a lot of people that have done it better, but I'm just speaking from my life. Like LeBron is that, and I think a lot of people don't take into consideration. LeBron has 3 rings, right? 3 championship rings, and a lot of people don't take into consideration that he was a one-man team taking on Golden State Warriors, which literally was a god squad, and he took them down single-handedly once. Well, I mean, he had his help with Kyrie, but like, dude,
For the
LeBron is the GOAT. Like, dude, he
amazing.
fucking Golden State was stacked, man. They were a god tier team, and then they added Kevin Durant. Like, fuck, man. Like, just to
Yeah.
take down LeBron, that's how much it takes to take down LeBron, man. And that's why I hope that the NBA season can come back this year, because I hope that the GOAT James can take home another ring because he deserves it.
So what I'm gonna try to do for you, and I'll probably get the help from Miguel, but I'm gonna plug you up some Laker tickets for a home game. We need to get you to come to a fucking. We try to get you out here during NBA season because my girl's dying to go to a Laker game. So maybe we can make that happen. We're doing a little group thing. You know what I'm saying?
Listen to this. I have some LeBron history, bro. So when he was on the Heat with the Wayne Wade and Chris Bosh, I saw them play at the Palace, which was our stadium here in Detroit. Oh, well, it was in Auburn Hills, but it's the Detroit Pistons. I saw them play when I was a kid, man, and LeBron dropped like 48, and I got to see that. And then, so the week there, it was literally 7 days before the game I was supposed to go to in Detroit, Pistons versus Lakers, 7 days before NBA suspended, bro. I was about to see LeBron again in a week, and I was so happy. And my girlfriend got me tickets for Christmas, and we were gonna go together. And dude, like that shit broke my heart, man. I hope that
Sucks.
it's back. But they're like, oh, we're just gonna jump into the playoffs. I'm just like, no, don't jump into the playoffs, man. I want to see LeBron, baby.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn. That for sure would bum me out.
Yeah, it did bum me out a lot.
But yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. LeBron's definitely the best player in the game. That's for damn sure, 100%. I mean, LeBron. I mean, I've had LeBron in my sights when he was in high school during the McDonald's Classic. That's when I was like, holy shit, because the high school I went at was really good. I think they finished second in the entire state for basketball.
Really?
Yeah, they were really, Bellingham High School, 2002, I want to say. So they finished in state after fuck, I forgot, but there's Logic and Rogic, these twins that played at this other school, Raynard High School, I think it was called. Can't remember. Anyways, well, see, there I go again. Where was I going with that?
Your high school number 2, LeBron James, Roderick, and
oh yeah, the classics. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So I was pretty like into watching like fucking college basketball and shit like that during that time, and that's when I watched the McDonald's Classic with LeBron James. And this fucking guy he made every fucking guy on the basketball court look like a toddler. Basically, what he does to some teams here in the NBA, and that's what's crazy. Like, normally you see some people at that level in high school just bashing on people, and you're like, what? And then they get to the NBA, and that doesn't really happen. LeBron still does that. LeBron is still literally taking out whole teams by himself. Like,
and he's old now, man. Like, not in
whoa, whoa, whoa,
life,
whoa.
not in the not in the terms of life,
And NBA life.
in NBA life. He's old, man. Like mid-30s is old. Like, and
He's a year older than me or some shit.
and he's still performing, which is awesome, and I wish to have him for him to have.
It's just sad to hear that my age is old for NBA like age. That's fucked up.
Dude, man, I'm in this time of my life. I'm 20, man.
You're fucking, dude. You're not even peaking yet, bro. You're like,
this is crazy to me. This is crazy to me, man. There's people. I mean, this is the first time I've experienced this. This year in all professional sports is the first year where rookies are younger than me. This sucks, dude. This sucks, man. I'm getting old before my eyes, man. This sucks.
I would start seeing major league players getting drafted like 2-3 years younger than me. I was like, oh my god, like that's it. Like I'm fucked.
I'm fucked. Yeah.
I'm fucked. I'm passed up in life. I'm a loser. Like, oh man, I used to hate that, but like, it only got worse as I got older. I stopped comparing age a long time ago, bro. I fucking just don't care no more.
Yeah, I don't really care either.
Because everyone has a different path. Like, there's different timeline for everything in life, bro. You know what I mean? Even our expiration date's different. Nobody knows, what that is. You know what I mean? But everybody has different things in life, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a religious guy. I believe in God. I think it's God's plan. So that's my idea. I'm like, yo, you can't compare anything in your life to anyone else's life. You can't, because it's not your fucking life. It's two different fucking streets, man. Like, way too. That's why that term "stay in your lane" is so important and crucial, because you need to worry about your fucking lane. You know what I mean? If you're worried about someone else's lane, you're in their timeline. Leave that alone. Like, stay in your fucking lane. That's a real thing.
Exactly, and it would be easy for us. Me and you, we both love rap music, right? It would be easy for us to like, oh, let's make a rap song and try to do this shit. But no, man, that's not us. Like, stay in our lane, but we can still appreciate that shit. Like, we don't have to ignore it. We can still appreciate it, but stay in your lane. Yeah, I agree with that for sure. There's a lot of comedy people, whether it be on Instagram or whatever, and then all of a sudden, they start trying to make music. I'm just like, dude, fucking chill. Stick to the jokes, man. You don't need to try to make a hard hip hop song. I'm slinging crack on the corner. You know what I mean? I hope you don't get corona. Like, dude, fuck off, man. Like, that shit weak.
Oh my god. You know what's funny? There's like a fucking rip-off version of Little Pump that's already out. Some fucking idiot. I mean, I honestly, I can't hate on the kid. He's hustling. It is what it is. But like, there's like rip-off versions of rappers that are already like shouldn't be in the rap industry, but they are. You know what I mean? And they're getting all this attention, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, I just can't hate. Look, at the end of the day, the music that I loved at a young age, some guy my age was fucking hating on it. So I think that's just what it's fucking. Oh, god damn it! I'm just old now. I'm an old grumpy fuck.
No, I
high a lot.
I get it though. When Lil Pump came out,
I hated that guy, bro. I hated him more. But then now, like, there's kind of like, I didn't like Lil Pump, but I fucked with Smoke Perp. Lil Perp was kind of cool. I fucked with him. And then, then there was a couple songs with that Perp that had Lil Pump. And I'm like, wow, next, I'm listening to somebody I fucking said I hated. You know what I mean? So it's weird how that works.
I agree. It's actually funny. My laptop's about to die. I'm going to go grab a charger in a second. But, yeah, I agree. I always thought that I enjoyed Smoke Perp better as well. But and back when Lil Pump first came out, he's around the same age as me. I believe he's actually a little bit younger, like a year younger. But when he started blowing up, I was in high school still, and I had all my old high school friends, bad influences. And we kind of fucked with this stuff, but at the same time, I was like, I truly believe if I invest my life into rap, I could be better than Lil Pump. Like, I was just like, dude, like, this shit ain't that good, bro. Like, Papa Molly, Papa Molly, Papa Molly, I'm tripping. Like, dude, fucking shit. Like, that's not good music. Like, that's not good. It's good party music, but it's not good music like that Kendrick Lamar, that Mac Miller, like that deep shit.
It's gonna be hard success wise because he has success, like it or not. He's loaded. It's going to be hard to repeat that now. I mean, it's getting harder to replicate that fucking style because it's burnt out, it's tapped out. It's almost expected with any new rapper. So it's just funny to me that there's still like these fucking new versions of this shit coming out, and
so this is another thing that we can touch on is that so. And my dad's been talking about this a lot recently, and maybe you've heard he's been talking about evolution a lot recently, right? And so with Little Pump, right? So when he came out, you know, there wasn't a lot of people like him, a lot of people that made music like him. But now what happened was since he became so big, now there's so many other people making music replicating him, and he hasn't evolved. He's still making the same shit, so that's why he's not still growing.
yeah, he kept up.
It's almost like he's kind of stuck in his old ways, which you know is life. That's fine, but it is kind of weird, right? It's like people bite your style, and then all of a sudden you're not the one in front of people's faces anymore because you're so diluted with all this other bullshit. You're now considered trash rap because there's so many crappy rappers rapping like you. It's weird.
I mean, if you really to be honest, the rappers I listen to that are new age rappers are rappers who are rich without the rap game. Like loaded already. Like they are hustlers, bro. Like they are not just making money off rap. Like I'm not going to get involved in what they make money off of. That's you know what I mean? But still, they're hustlers, bro. Like they don't need rap game to make the fucking money they make.
All I'm gonna say is Ziplocs and vacuum seals.
Exactly. But the good thing about the rap game, it gets them out of that. It can get them out of that fucking life. Because that's a life I dipped out of. That's a life that I love the snake game. And I love animals too. So I mean, the hobby I'm in is perfect for my life because I don't have to look over my shoulder no more. I live a fucking legit life, for the most part. And it's fucking, it's like I said, I look up to the rappers who rap like I said, Gucci, right? Gucci, literally everything this guy raps about is fucking 100% facts. Like he's not fabricating anything. Like, motherfucker. God, I don't even want to talk about this shit. Look him up, bro. He has a book out for that shit. It's legit. Gucci Mane's the shit. Like I'm saying, a lot of avenues you need to take. Nobody just puts their eggs all into one basket. You gotta hustle, bro. You gotta hustle.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Oh, I feel you. I feel that.
We're 2 hours deep. How you feeling right now? You good? You wanna tap out or what's going on?
The one thing I need to do is grab a charger, but it's up to you. If
I'm chilling. I'm enjoying this. I mean, but like I said, if you want to get your charger,
let me grab my charger real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll take it from there. All right.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Talk to my peoples. About 18 people who are here. Shout out to the people who are viewing this. Gonna keep Noah Barczyk on here. My boy Noah. Noah's fucking good peeps, man. I'm loving this kid, man. He's fucking. I knew this would not be a boring session because it's not. It's good to know the insights of Brian Barczyk's kid. Brian Barczyk's son. A lot of stuff I'm learning on this. Shout out to people in the comments. I got my real ones in there. Jocelyn Garzon's still in the building. Michael Brashear, is that you, Michael? What's up, Michael? How you doing, bro? Thunder Magnum, my boy Thunder Magnum. Dog, honestly, bro, that's my boy, dog. Thunder Magnum is so OG at this point. He fucks with the Unfiltered Reptiles podcast. One of Forrest's favorites in the comments. I'll never forget that. So shout out to my boy Thunder Magnum. Hope you guys are all having a good night. I hope this is entertaining for you guys on this Corona Thursday. I'm 3 Coronas deep, but I'm chilling. I have 2 podcasts after this one. So. All right, got your charger? You got your charger, big dog?
We're plugged in. Oh, shit.
Plugged in.
Yep, we're good.
Hey, that'd be a good name to a podcast, Plugged In.
Plugged in. Plugged in.
The plug is here. Packs at the door.
Yeah, it could be like plugged in, right? But then like what it is literally it's like the plug is the host of the podcast and his guests are, getting the package.
Right.
Like you cop a pound on the podcast, smoke it. Yeah. That might be a good idea.
The viewers are the fiends.
That'd be a good podcast, man. You know
Let's
what?
talk about
You know what
collab.
podcast I like? Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Have you ever watched that one?
I seen one.
It's real good, man. So Mike Tyson's a real chill dude now, man. Like he kind of used to be real rowdy and real
Oh,
crazy,
it's wild.
but now he's real chill. He brings on his guests, he smokes a bunch of fucking weed, man. Mike's a tank, man. He'll just take down 5 J's to the dome and just won't be, he'll be the same person, like won't even flinch.
Me,
I,
pretty much.
I admire those people.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. So I brought some legit shit with me over to Detroit or Utica.
Yeah.
I smoked this shit called Walter White. So the grade or strands called Walter White. You know Walter White is, right?
Yeah, I saw that show.
But I have this stuff that legitimately looks like meth. Like you see that?
Yeah, it looks like crack.
It's not. This is 100% fucking. This is what they call like dabs. Like this is fucking 100% Northern Lights Walter dabs. I'm pretty sure that's what I smoked around Miguel that fucking made him go paranoia and fucking wanted to go home and dipped out. So I blame myself. But the thing is, bro, I was smoking so much weed at one point that literally I was like spitting up resin, like spitting up black shit, and I got over it, bro. Like
What?
if you smoke that much flower, bro, like your throat, it just like it's especially if you're smoking blunts too. You know what I mean? Like it's
Dude, and it's crazy too is that people got on that backwood wave in around 2016, around 17. Bro, you fit a whole eighth in a backwood. If you don't have an eighth in a backwood, it ain't gonna work. You know what I mean?
Well, you have to trim some of the leaf off and stuff, but there is technique of rolling a backwood, but for the most part, it has to be fucking 3 grams at least.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. That's so much weed, bro.
Like the only time I ever like is when I was rolling balls or some shit. Like I had to be like fucked up. Like I don't like smoking cigarettes or anything unless I was really, really on some shit. And that's the only time I could smoke a backwood. Anytime other than that, I had to force myself to fucking hit that shit. Because it's like it sucks the soul out of you, bro. It's like you have to smoke quite a bit of backwoods to kind of get used to just hitting it, where it's like you're used to it. But it's almost to you where you don't want to get to that point because it's like
they're lung busters, bro. They're lung busters.
Fucking bust your lungs, bro.
Actually, like
good.
Your lungs up too. It's not just like a saying. Like, no, dude, you take a big hit of wood and you might actually collapse a lung, bro.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Yeah, dude, I'm chilling with the swishers.
The raw, you see the raw joints.
What kind? They got so many like the cones or
the brand. It's a brand organic. It's all fucking hemp. That I could smoke those all day. But dude, like the thing about that, what I was trying to get to is I don't like the process. I don't have so much time to smoke. I want to smoke and be fucking high enough to where I don't need to worry about smoking for a cool fucking 3-4 hours. You know what I mean? So that's why I smoke the concentrate. Just one dab of this shit, you're hitting the moon pretty aggressively. You know what I mean? And you're gonna be on for a while.
I would like to visit the moon with you one day.
I got tickets. I got wristbands. The way you welcome me into the Reptarium, that's how I'm going to welcome you to the moon.
All right, cool. I'm excited. I've never been to the moon personally, so it'll be a fun trip.
We're in a good place right now. And that's a good thing about in Cali. Growing up in Cali, bro, I mean, fuck, I still have friends to this day who sell weed from their house. Motherfuckers who, I mean, like weed is just everywhere in Cali, like San Diego wise, South Bay wise, and all that shit. It's just everywhere. Which I've been blessed, with the taco shops and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'll never leave. Like trust me, like there's things I love about like Oregon and even Michigan. That's very like you can get a lot of land and live on space. But at the end of the day, man, like I'm Southern California until I die, bro. Like you can't
born there.
Yeah, I was born and raised in San Diego. And I lived in Washington. I even lived in Texas for a little bit and fucking, I lived in Pennsylvania for a little bit. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I know where I fucking have to live. And unfortunately it's San Diego because San Diego's expensive as shit, like super taxed, like overly taxed. And it's getting worse. It's becoming more like LA, like population wise and shit.
There's a lot of people.
yeah, it's stupid. But at the end of the day, like, bro, like I in my head, I feel like I could give anybody the best Mexican cuisine experience. I could fucking take you down to Tijuana, give you the best fucking taco tour of your life. Like, I'm very confident. Huh?
And hookers. Tijuana's got them hookers, if you didn't know.
No, babe, I don't know. I'm pretty sure my wife's in here. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, never mind.
Was into that.
Weird. That was
weird.
weird. No hookers. Tijuana's got
Clamato, mariscos, Mexican seafood, not hookers.
No hookers.
Not
no hookers.
Oh wait, I'm gonna hear a knock at the door now. Great, Noah.
Sorry.
My girl's pretty confident. She's not worried about it. So
yeah.
And she tested me before we got married. So
dude, that's cool though that you got married, you know.
I
do admire. I love, dude. You know, I love the thought of marriage. You know what I mean? I love the thought of being with one person for the rest of my life. Like,
pretty awesome.
I'm not one of those player kind of guys where, you know, I'm flying around chick to chick, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Hit my DMs and I'll come to you. Fuck all that, bro. I'm just trying to have one woman that can hold me down for the rest of my life and we can build something together. Like, that's what I want. I don't understand people that can sleep around and stuff. I never could understand that.
That's just people how, I mean, honestly, that's how I was. I mean, not that I slept around. I'm telling you, I always wanted just one girl. Fucking let's live the life together. And like it got to the point where I didn't think that was even gonna happen. Like, I had so many bad fucking apples and like whores in my life that I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, like I always wanted kids. Like, I had a really good childhood, like I said, right? So I've been wanting to relive that for a while. But every fucking war that came into my life made that not possible in my mind. So I was like, great, what am I going to do? Then I met this non-whore beautiful girl, and she's the most non-whore. She's the most non-whorish girl I've ever met in my entire life. Like,
whore. Like, it's I love when women are not whores.
It's because it's amen.
Like,
yeah, bro, because you know what I mean? Like, all we want to be loyal.
Yeah, be loyal, but also at the same time, like, shout out to all the whores. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the same time, like, the whores are not
redeem yourself. You just redeemed yourself.
Yeah, but like I, you know, you guys have a job and you guys have a purpose for this world too. Like, you know what I mean? But you're just not for me.
Holy shit! Not my purpose.
Not my
fucking
purpose.
Homewreckers need to stay away from the trap.
Yeah, but
oh god,
I have a purpose.
Anyway, let's get off the subject immediately.
Sorry.
No, you're kidding. I'm just kidding. So yeah, at the end of the day, Southern California, that's where my heart stays. But I could also see where fucking there's beauty all in this country. Listen, this is the best damn country on this earth. I've been saying this for I don't know how long now, but this country's lit, bro. This country has so much fucking beautiful shit going on with it.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and one day, so one thing I realized about my life, you know, is that I was naturally born into this world with already more than a lot of people in this life. So one day in my life, I want to be able to help the less privileged, the ones that weren't born with the opportunity that I have. So what I'm trying to say is I want to take the opportunity that I was given and give others that weren't born with that opportunity an opportunity. And I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but it's something I think about almost every day, and it's something that I know is going to happen. And you know, it's another thing I'm excited for. You know, I do have this passion to help people that were less fortunate, and I'm so excited to be able to do that one day. I can't wait. You know, I can't wait.
That's awesome, bro. I mean, it's it's good just to have that kind of thing in your heart. Period. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people I look up to, like especially like on a celebrity status, or people who like give so much back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like Akon, is it Akon, right? That fucking rapper Akon. He pays like he puts so much in electricity and shit in his country in Africa and shit like that. And I feel like if a lot of people have that in their heart, you know what I mean? Like it could really change the world for the better too. So
yeah, for the better. I think that a lot of people can do things for their own communities and stuff that we don't do. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that do that, and shout out them. One thing that pisses me off, man. Can we talk about something that pisses me off with this world?
Please.
There's people. Okay, so for example, this happens a lot more than just this example, but this example is very recent, and I think a lot of people have heard about it if they have the app Twitter. So Mark Wahlberg and I believe his girlfriend, could be fiance, could be his wife, I don't know, but like a significant other, they donated $25 million to some organization to help people's out during this time, like this hard time right now. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of people hating on him, being like, "Oh, that's only this amount of your money and all that." I'm just like, dude, fuck you. You're commenting and you haven't given a single dollar. This dude just hooked it up with 25 milli, homie. 25 milli. Like, why do you have to hate on him, man? He's doing good. Like, I don't know.
He doesn't have to shit. Period.
Yeah, like, and this is not me, like, being a Mark Wahlberg fan, because I don't personally agree with everything that he believes in at all. But excuse me, but that doesn't mean that I have to downplay his donation of 25 million. Hello? That's a shit ton of
Never.
money. That might be more money than I'll ever make in my life. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people will ever make in their life. And people are hating on him, saying it's not enough. And I'm just like, what are you doing, man? Just, come on, chill out. Like, stop being a little dick.
It's never enough.
Never enough.
Oh, no matter what you do, there's going to be that one Bob Smith.
But it is enough.
One Bob Smith is going to be out there, and he's going to send that fucking complaint email to your partners. Do you know the story about Bob Smith? Did I tell you about Bob Smith?
No, yeah, tell me about Bob Smith. I'd love to hear about him.
Let me tell you about Bob Smith. Okay, fucking Smith. So Bob Smith fucking sent an email, not to me, okay, but sent over to my sponsor, Cold-Blooded Cafe. Sent an email over to them. An email in regard to my podcast, not this podcast, but Unfiltered Reptiles podcast. Okay. Basically saying that all I do is complain about my job. I talk about my genitals. And all I do is cuss. And I don't talk enough about reptiles. Okay.
It's hard to not talk about something that's so big, though. You know what I mean? It's hard not. It's just so fucking big that how can I not talk about it? But
here's the thing. It was never me who brought up the genitals. It was either Forrest, the guest. It was never me, right? So obviously this is a attack email on me, right? So basically the email's written, says that, it goes on, rants, and then it says, if you ever expect me to fucking do business with you, then, you better, like, basically threatening, saying you better fix it. Okay. So threat was made.
Yeah.
My partners, my diehard homies, Desiree and fucking Steve, and my bloodies. Okay. They fucking obviously forward me the email. We go over the email as a team together. Okay. And obviously fucking Bob Smith. Okay. A fake name, Bob Smith. Fucking not even it was they didn't even submit a real email. They put G nail instead of mail, but like, you could put feedback no matter what. Even if you have a fake fucking email, you could still put feedback on Cold-Blooded Cafe. So this fucker put a fake ass email with this complaint. Okay. And then obviously try to stir some shit up. We fucking obviously wiped our ass with this email. Okay. It's fucking Desiree's fucking quote was, "One less fucking piece of shit customer to deal with." I love her. Shout out to Desiree. Okay. So fucking wiped her ass with that email. So moving forward, I've been fucking, being clear that obviously I am who I am. You got nothing to do with me changing on who I am. If I want to change, I'm going to change. You can't make me change. So we've been coming up with the hashtag fuck Bob Smith. So we've been going strong with that lately. So that's why we, at the end of the day, we talk about any kind of hatred or fucking, mad at some certain, hashtag fuck Bob Smith. That's all I got to say on that. So that's the story on the Bob Smith. Just wanted to,
man, fuck that guy.
A lot of Bob Smiths out there. That's what I'm trying to say is Bob Smiths are everywhere.
Yeah, it's really interesting too. We're not going to solve the problem, but it doesn't hurt talking about it, I don't think. it definitely is interesting on what I wonder. I do wonder what's necessarily wrong with people like that that were, you know, their whole day is surrounded by just hating others. It's just like
Yeah.
it's just like why, man? Like there is so much more to life that is in front of your own eyes. Like you don't see it, but it's there, and there's so much good and there's so much to love about life. And it does, it makes me feel sad that there's people like that out there that, you know, are filled with hatred when there is so much more that life can give you. And yeah,
I just feel bad because like I wish I could fucking talk to them face to face, but all these people are trolls. They
yeah,
don't fuck. You can't talk to them, and if you do, they're gonna come bat with you, right?
mm,
So there's no leveling, and I feel like some of these people, if you just sat down and talked to them, and like yo, like yeah, like you know, it kind of like you know, especially with a lot of shit like with the hate towards your dad. I guarantee if so many of those people met your dad and saw the facts and saw everything on what it really was,
yeah,
dude, but all these people don't know. Like they're feared, they're mad that something's happening that they don't know of. They don't know what comes with fear, not knowing, right?
yeah.
People fear what they don't know what the outcome's going to be or what the fuck they don't know, period. That's where fear comes from.
Right. The fear is like the lack of
Bro.
knowledge. Um, but yeah, you're right. You know, you're right with like my dad, you know, and with a lot of people. I don't really pay too much attention with like the
Good, you shouldn't.
the reptile community, honestly. But I'm sure there's other people that get hate for things too. I don't. I'm not, like it's not just my dad. I'm sure like it can't be because you know
Yeah.
people that hate on my dad, they're I doubt that they're just hateful towards him. I guarantee that they're about other people too. But you know, also, I think that people have a hard time believing too that uh, you can change from your past, even though you've had a past. Like, you don't have to agree with your own past. You can learn and you can change from your past and you can become a better person for it. And I think also some of those people, you know, they don't believe that and they believe that what your past is what you are forever. And I don't agree with that necessarily at all. Um, I think that you can change and I think that you can grow as a person to reevaluate your morals and to become a better person in every aspect of life. Um, and I think that a lot of times people don't really give us a chance to change, sadly, but you just have to prove it to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, because it's really about yourself at the end of the day. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
fuck, bro. Like, I would never change because someone else wants me to change. Like, I would change because I feel in my heart that's what needs to happen. That's
right.
what I that's what I need to become happier.
Yeah,
But that's something I realized. Like, it took me a long time to realize that. I didn't know that until I got into this hobby. That's when I was like, fuck, I need to change, you know? And that's when my life became easier because I did it. Bro, I think for years people were trying to give me signs about certain things that I should change, and I just didn't listen. And I
yeah,
fucking finally, it hit me like a fucking train, bro. Like, boom. And I was like, oh shit, this is what everyone's been telling me about. Like,
good point too is that you know, you can use the help of others to change. You know, sometimes it does take a fucking dick slap right to the jaw to realize that you have to change, you know, just a big fat juicy cock right to the
bang,
left cheek, you know what I
bang,
mean?
big one
Yeah, and
knocks
you're
a
just
tooth.
like, "Oh my god, man, like you knocked my tooth loose."
It
But
burns.
you're right. You are right, and I was blind to the fact that you were right for so long, but I'm thankful for people that can make me realize that. You know, life's
Dude,
off.
and life's awesome, bro. But like, you gotta understand how life works. Okay, for years. Okay, as far as what you know, I had no really vision on I mean, I had a vision, but it just my head was in the gutter prior to reptiles. And like I said, all my friends, you know, not that they were bad people, they just weren't good for me at that time. You know,
Yeah,
like I hadn't my shit straight. But I didn't realize that until I met my wife. Like my wife was the first purest person that I met that I was like, wow, wait a minute, she doesn't lie. She doesn't, I have nothing to be concerned about as far as conniving. You know what I mean? Like, and then I met her parents, and like, I don't know what it is about. I don't know how it is over in Michigan, but where I'm from, bro, everyone has daddy issues, bro. Everyone has mom and dad. I have I don't have mom and dad issues. I love my mom and dad. They're not together anymore, but like a lot of girls down here are fucked up in the head by their parents, their mom, their dad. I don't know what it is. It was fucking all these other fucking, relationships I was in. But then the girl, Lily was the first person in my life who like had, like, awesome parents. She had a great relationship with them. And it just brought so much light into my life. I was like, yo, this is what I want. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, it almost snapped.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny because I travel to California quite a bit, and I totally see what you're saying. It does almost feel as if, every girl around there, has some issues with their past, whether it be their family or what's not. And there and I think that a lot of people in the world in general have that, but there is a little bit of difference kind of thing over here. I there's a lot of people with the same problems, but as well, I do meet a lot of people that don't have those problems, and and I feel the same way about my girl. She means so much to me, and you know, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. I'm very grateful to have her in my life, and if I'm lucky enough, she's the one.
Day by day, bro. That's all you can do. It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. Do you have anything future wise as far as like, like once this corona shit dies down, like, are you trying to travel and do some collabs? Like, are you trying, obviously you want to get you back out here in Cali, right?
Yeah, so I have a lot of things actually. So a excuse my dog, or you can probably hear him, he's barking.
Great. Is that the Great Dane?
That's actually my German Shepherd. But oh, that's Zeus. But so I have a lot of things. I obviously want to make some videos with Eric. Things have been hard recently because of all the bullshit. But make videos with Eric, and yes, we're gonna make a trip down to Florida one of these days. And like I said, we're gonna collab with people like Tyler Nolan and people like hopefully Paul Cafaro and people, excuse me, and people like I'm blanking on his name right now. It's getting late. Um,
We're almost done.
he handles Chandler's Wildlife. That's his name. We're gonna be doing hopefully some stuff with him as well. There's a lot of things in Florida. There's a lot of things in California that I'm looking forward to. But also, there's another stage in life that I am going to try to enter, and that is the stand-up comedy world. That is something that I am blown away
What?
by. And before this whole Corona thing happened, I went to a
Damn.
club and a comedy club, and I was checking the place out, and I was getting ready to actually do an open mic and stuff like that. I'm still not quite there yet, but again, it's a process, takes time. But yeah,
Dude.
that's something that I am going to be doing in the future. And I'll keep you guys update with that. Um, I'm super excited for it. It's something I'm honestly super passionate about is the stand-up comedy world. I love it so much. Like dude, I love that fucking world so much. And I do see myself having a potential future in that world. And I'm going to be entering that world. And like I said, potential future. So what I kind of mean by that is I'm going to be trying to pursue it, but at the same time, I don't know what the end goal is. So honestly, maybe that is my end goal, right? Maybe I do get lucky and I become a professional stand-up comedian. I don't know. I would love nothing more than that. But all I know is right now that that is definitely a next step in my journey that I'm going to be pursuing. And I wake up every single day and I continue to work on jokes and to continue to work on stories and continue to do all that because it's something I'm very passionate about, and I'm so excited for. I can't wait to actually hop up on that stage and make people laugh. That's something that I'm ready for this Corona shit to end, so I can hop on that part of my life next. I can't wait.
during this whole session, this is the most fire I've heard you talk about right now. I feel like you're very fucking deep into the comedian thing right now.
I
So I'm
am,
fucking
dude.
bro. And Lori, don't be mad at me, Mrs. Barczyk. I'm sorry, but I really feel like we could start developing more of a like stoner flicks. We could maybe turn into something. This like you could probably be in the next half baked or something.
I would love that,
Who knew?
dude. I would
That
love
would be amazing.
I would love nothing more than that, honestly. Like that would be amazing to me. And you know, I'm excited for this journey ahead. And you know, I've really enjoyed this podcast with you. You know, and you know,
Right.
it's shining light on yourself to me, and I hope you know I've shined some light on myself to you as well. And I'm excited for our friendship, dude. Like you know, I really enjoy this time, and I would love to be on the podcast more. And I would love to have you on ours as well, and just develop this friendship because, man, we're having a great time over here.
I have to know real quick. My
Yeah,
last
of
question
course.
is, who's your fucking favorite comedian?
Who is my favorite comedian? So I have a lot of comedians that I listen to, and oh my God, that's very hard. You know, I'm not gonna try to overthink it, and I'm just gonna try to say it because I think that Bobby Lee is definitely one of my favorite comedians. It's kind of like a parent with like kids thing. Oh, well, I don't have one favorite. I don't necessarily have one favorite, but
Yeah.
Bobby Lee is definitely one of my favorites. I'm a huge fan of Chris D'Elia. I'm a huge fan of Theo Vaughn. Joe Rogan does excellent stand-up performances.
I love fucking stand-ups.
You know, Bert
But
Kreischer.
like, do you got any like Eddie Murphy Raw experience? Like, have you gotten to listen to the old school shit, like the Comedy Kings? Like, have
So
you like?
so okay. So it's interesting because so I haven't listened to Eddie Murphy's stand-up, but he's influenced my life through his movies that I listened to when I was or watched rather when I was a
Got
kid.
it. Yeah.
Because his comedy still is in those movies. Um, so he's affected my personality for sure through that. Daddy Dake.
Watch his stand-ups, bro. Watch Raw, and then
I
the
will.
all the Raw series. You're trust me, it's something that's gonna. It might even switch something in your head
Yeah.
to where you'd be like you found something. You never know. I'm just saying because you
Oh, I
named a
agree.
lot of good. You named a lot of good nowadays fucking comedians,
Right.
but I didn't hear no Chris Farley. I didn't
Oh,
hear
I
no
know Chris
fucking
Farley. No, trust me. Chris Farley is one of my favorites as well. Uh,
Dave Chappelle.
Huge. Dave Chappelle. It's actually kind of funny, you know. I try listening to Dave Chappelle, and you know he doesn't necessarily click with me that greatly. You
Yeah,
know, I hear a lot of people talk about Dave Chappelle as their favorites, and I've actually listened to his stand-ups on Netflix and stuff like that. And
yeah.
you know, honestly, and this isn't a jab at him in any way. You know, everyone's different. I'm
Right.
not hating on him. It's just you know, he doesn't necessarily click personally with me. Um, but I can appreciate what he does. Like, I think he's funny for sure. Um,
You watched the Chappelle show though, right? Like, did you do you have any Chappelle show? Because that's maybe why. I mean, because I'll tell you what, he's not as funny as he was in Chappelle show, 100%.
mm,
But have you seen the Chappelle show? Because those are like what makes understand. Dave Chappelle, the show was so fucking groundbreaking. This fool made so much money off of it that he dipped to Africa and fucking disappeared off the face of the earth. And he
really,
left all his fans hanging.
I didn't
And
know
he
that.
did yeah, he disappeared into some island. It probably wasn't Africa. It was some secret island and was like nobody saw him for years.
Hmm,
And then he just reappeared and now has Netflix series and
hmm.
like it's Dave Chappelle. Like, so I mean, you got it.
Yeah,
Listen, this leads back to your homework on the weed movies. I think we talked about
yeah.
how high you need to watch how high. I have a list of shit. You have homework, bro. I got some shit to give you, bro. I really
Trust me, I definitely agree on the homework thing. Like I said before earlier in the podcast about I say how dumb I am.
no,
Like
you're not, bro.
no,
You're young.
no,
Young is dumb.
I know, but young equals dumb. I'm not saying that I'm necessarily stupid, but what I mean is, I look back in my life when I'm 17, and and I'm like, oh my God, I was so stupid. And I know that when I'm 25, I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I was so stupid when I was 20. And 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 I don't necessarily mean stupid. It's just to kind of make it easier to understand. There's so much more to learn that you almost are stupid. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm
But like,
definitely gonna do my homework on that because that will all help me become a better
I mean, because you're
comedian. And
pretty like I said, you're like your knowledge of shit's pretty on point. If you just add this shit on,
yeah,
you're gonna fucking literally levitate, like especially with the comedian world stuff, man. So look into that.
I
I mean,
will.
you've seen Tommy Boy and all that shit, right?
Yeah,
Like
I've
you've
seen
seen,
Tiny Boy. I've seen what is it, White Sheep, Black Sheep. Uh,
actually, yeah, Black, that's a good
uh,
movie.
I've seen. I mean, like, I grew up with all of these kind of influences in my life. I didn't honestly. I'm very lucky because my sister had a lot of restrictions on what movies she could watch until she was 17. You can't watch R-rated movies. Bro, I was in the trap, man, watching R-rated movies when I was 7 years old. You know what I mean? And shout out to my
Scarface repeat.
right, like shout out to my parents because honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing. I
Your
don't.
boy. Hey, see, like I mean, like I would be so terrified for my little daughter to see a fucking sex scene, or it's
Mhm.
something where I'm like, oh hell no. You like, I don't blame your parents for that. My son, oh, you want to watch Pulp Fiction? Fuck it, watch Pulp Fiction. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't recommend that. I watched Pulp Fiction at 6 years old. It really did something weird to my mind, and I didn't do therapy, but holy fuck, that was weird. Don't recommend that one. I
yeah,
was more like, anyways. Yeah, bro, I feel you on that, bro. Listen, at least your parents did to you, because if they did that to you, that would just be like, fuck, no kid. At least they let you live.
yeah.
Okay?
I agree. I agree.
All right, man. This has been a fucking sick ass 2.5 hour session. I
Yeah, it's
appreciate
been
your
good.
time, bro. Like honestly, you're big homie status in my life, man. I'll tell you now, bro. You're giving me your time of day. You're giving
Yeah,
my viewers the time of day.
my
A lot
pleasure.
of people know you a lot. A lot of people understand what the fuck Noah Barczyk's out, what the game plan is for you. We're looking forward to it,
Me too.
rooting for. Before we let you go, bro, is there anything you want to give to like your supporters, your fucking anybody who looks up to you? Because no matter what you say, there's fucking people up there who fucking really look up to what the shit that you're doing, bro. And I'm one of them. So, anything out there you want to give some, advice or anything you say to your supporters, anything like that before you dip?
Yeah, there's a couple things. I think that, I know that personally, you know, uh, please, guys, take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health, take care of you as yourself. I think that personally, what I've experienced in my life is that nothing matters if you are not okay as a person. So, whether, however you find your way to make you feel good, whether it's religion, whether it's, somebody you watch on YouTube, a podcast, whether it's anything, please, take your mental health seriously. Um, because it can do a lot, right? If you're in a healthy state of mind, in a truly positive state of mind, and I don't just mean that and be like, make today awesome. I mean like a truly positive state of mind where when you wake up, you don't need somebody to tell you to be positive. You automatically are. Um, Please just do everything you can to make sure that you're good up here and in here in your heart, because that is the number one goal. Look out for your family, because without your family, you wouldn't be where you are. At the end of the day, your family is going to be there for you if you're lucky enough through everything. You know what I mean? Friends come and go, but you'll never have another one of your mothers. You'll never have another one of your fathers. You'll never have another one of your siblings. Cherish them, love them, tell you that you love them. Um, Take care of yourself, and then the rest will come, guys.
Damn, Noah. I mean, I just didn't. I mean, you hit so much shit to the heart, bro. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do, man? You can't look. Age is nothing, man. This kid spit some fucking facts so like important. He just said nothing about YouTube. All he talked about was mental health. Because if you don't have that shit in lock, bro, you're fucked. You don't nothing. You're not even safe to do anything unless you're mentally healthy. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's true.
Man, good shit. Good insight. Noah, bro, you're the fucking man, bro.
You're the man.
You feel me though?
No,
You're welcome anytime here at the trap.
no, I want to come back for sure. This was a lot of fun. I can't believe we did 2 hours and 40 minutes. Like, it doesn't feel like that, but that shows you how much of a good time we're having. So I will be excited to come back for sure.
We'll bring you back again, man. Just do me a favor. Have a good night. Get some rest. I'm gonna send you that list of shit you need to look up. Okay, because I'm serious. And then we'll talk about it on the round 2.
All right, sounds awesome. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good night, Noah.
You too. Peace.
Noah Barczyk, ladies and gentlemen. What a fucking awesome kid. I don't even want to call him a kid. I just call him a kid because how much younger he is than me. But the fuck, man. That's good job, Lori and Brian. That's all I gotta fucking say right there. Man, shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Shout out to viewers hang out today. You guys are the shit. This was a good time. It was really awesome. I had a good time with Noah. And it was real shit, man. Everything we talked about was so fucking point. It was ridiculous. What's my hat look crooked? I don't know. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. This was an awesome fucking session. Noah Barczyk. I'm so excited, man. I got so much good shit about to come for this podcast. So I hope you guys are ready. Stay tuned. Don't forget, tomorrow night, we're going to be interviewing Ed Marino from the Unfiltered Reptiles podcast. Link in the description below. And then we have Pedro. Okay. Pedro's out of Portugal and has the nicest chondros in the world that he produces. I'm telling you right now, this guy next level. So, be ready for that, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this session, man. I'm really enjoying these trap talk sessions. I feel like it's more personal. I think everybody I'm bringing on is really fucking giving us a message. Look, Noah has no, he loves the animals, but he has no, mission with them as far as long-term, right? But here he is fucking giving us his insight on shit, on what he's planning on pursuing. And it's pretty awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie. Noah Barczyk, his information description below. Next week, we're gonna fucking have somebody pretty heavy. It's gonna be pretty sick next week. I'm kind of like, my heart's kind of racing because this guy that we're bringing on next week has just as less as a filter as I have when it comes to talking about shit in the hobby. It's gonna get fucking real as like I'm talking about. I mean, I'm probably gonna get some people pissed at me, but I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. Who I'm bringing on is my boy. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. Don't trip, but it's gonna be sick. We're gonna get a lot of shit out there. We're gonna air out a lot of stuff. All for the better. You know what I mean? All for the better. So all good things, guys. So please make sure you guys, real quick, shirts, right? I just want to cap real quick. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow night and on Saturday, but Forest Fanning Memorial t-shirts. I finally got tracking information. Hopefully they'll be here by tomorrow. If not, they'll be here latest by Monday. So I'll be shipping out your guys' shirts by next week. So, God, I'd be happy because there's other shirts I want to release, but I'm not going to release them until I get rid of the fucking memorial shirts because I'm not trying to stack myself like that. But what I got to say is get ready for some more Forest Fanning series of t-shirts. Get ready for some Unfiltered Reptile fucking podcast t-shirts. Get ready for some Trap Talk with MJ t-shirts. Just get ready for some fucking apparel. You feel me? I know a lot of you motherfuckers fuck with this hat right here, right? Well, there's going to be a lot more of that coming. So just get ready for it, okay? Follow me on Instagram, MJ Exotics Cartel with an A, not an E, and then Snake Trap Sessions. And if you have any questions as far as collaborations and all that, my email's in the description below. So make sure you hit me up and we'll talk about it, man. If there's anybody you feel like I should bring on and I feel like he's a homie, I'll consider it. So let me know who you think I should bring on. And we could add him in the docket somehow. But I'll tell you what, I have the next 4 to 5, 6, 7 weeks planned out. So get fucking ready, man. Hope you guys have a good night. Be safe. Don't drink and jive.